Welcome in, everybody. Map number 1 on the left-hand side is going to be Russia. Right side is going to be Sweden. Coin flip was won by the members of Sweden. Sweden won the... Wait, what? Is that? No, I did have it right. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be map pick won by the members of Russia. They opted in, or the coin flip won by Russia. They opted in for map pick priority. First pick will be going over to Sweden. Sorry, I got juked by one of the names in the Discord channel. So it will be your Deathwing Trace on the left side, Junkrat and Maiev on the right to be banned away. It is Meta Madness Draft, no tournament restrictions, so Urel cannot be played in any future maps of this Best of 5 series. And, wow, we are just rolling through the draft already. Blaze Urel will be picked up. It is Haunted Mines, map number 1. Definitely an interesting way to kick off this series. And we'll see a Sylvanas picked up with that as well. Okay. Good sustained damage from Sylvanas, good mobility, good siege value, could see a Haunting Arrow level 1. That has been popping up here and there, but it's been mostly a Shadow Dagger build at 1, 4, and 7. As we get the next few picks before the ban phase for the side of Sweden, what do they want to go into with their Urel? Is it a very heavy control composition? Do they pick up like a Johanna?
Every death comes on.
No.
Honor, redemption.
A little bit of a lot more mobility here with the Eldruin's Might. You have the Avenging Wrath, you have the Hand of Freedom, Divine Steed, Natural Agility for the Hanzo as well. Dragon's Arrow, I would assume, for the AoE stun. I don't think it's going to be Dragon Strike. Ban-wise, I mean, both teams need a healer. We could see a block onto something for either of them. Rhaegar isn't too bad of a ban. It could be a Chromie ban, too, honestly. It could be a Genji ban, but maybe... they'll get rid of Lucio, okay. Shimada Bros, I was thinking might be something for Sweden there, but... What's up, Captain Moron? How you doing, bud? Happy Sunday. Do we continue to lock out healers? Do they just get rid of the Anduin? No, they get rid of Garrosh, okay. They get rid of Garrosh's, control into some of the objective phase, or sorry, into some of the team fights.
Balloon, grant us strength.
With the Garrosh ban, it kind of leads me to believe this will be a divey draft from the members of Sweden, because Garrosh kind of just throws people away and has a little bit of a deflect on that dive. ETC Face Melting and Power Slide isn't too bad. Malfurion Root is a good answer as well. I'd like to see a Mage picked up with the Malfurion, just so you get that Innervate value. You couldn't give it to Sylvanas and ETC and Blaze for sure, but giving the Innervate to something like a Chromie would be really nice. But I think Chromie, if she's not... I feel like Chromie is viable for both drafts. Something... Thrall and Brightwing... I don't think you want a Chromie now. I mean, there's a lot of spell shield values, especially from Brightwing. Thrall has Spirit Shield, so there's that. But I don't think the Chromie really fits. Maybe you go Jaina. No Cassia.
The wait is over.
All right, they want blinds. They want poke. They got Fen for wave clear. I think I like the Sweden draft a little bit better. Like, on paper, I think I like the Sweden draft a little bit more. But we'll see how it all works out. Let's get into it, everyone. Here we go. I forgot to ask Lard and Amber what Jello they were making. All right. Put your beliefs where your beliefs are. Put your channel points where your beliefs are as we load on into map number 1. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Map number 1 of our second of 3 best of 5s today to determine who will be heading into the league stage of this Nations Cup tournament as the 8th team. But of course,
heroes.
The winner of this series goes into the grand finals up against Sweden number 1. Let's see what we have here. Russia on the left-hand side with Ubi Blaze, Ren on the Malfurion, Player on the Sylvanas, Panda J is your ETC, and Mai is playing Cassia. Our right side is going to be Sweden. Burgult played... Burgult on the Brightwing, Gia Hanzo, Max Passion, Urel, Skog on the Tyrael, and Makke is your Thrall. Guitar Hero for the ETC. You're going to be looking at your Adrenaline Stim Pack, Emerald Dreams, Unrelenting Torment. You've also got the Hypershift Brightwing, Dauntless Ureld, Salvation for the Tyrael, Simple Geometry Hanzo, and it is Crash Lightning on the Thrall as he gets 1 stack. Oh boy, Make. 15 stacks for 270 at the Mythic 30 stacks. You have an additional 325 damage. As first blood will be picked up by the side of Team Sweden, getting the kill on Cassia. Crash Lightning, when totaled out, is a, what is that, a 595 damage. And then you also have the potential of Thunderstorm at 16 for an additional 30% damage on all Chain Lightning value. But keep in mind that that 270 and that 325 is on its bounces. Yeah, after the initial strike, yep. Brightwing will be taken down. Max Passion gets a Righteous Hammer, but that won't be enough, and Urel falls. The camp does get picked up, but Team Russia picks up a double kill on this camp, and that's a nice answer from that early game death. Blue Jello. Blue is the best artificial flavor out there. Big jet propulsion on 2 enemies. Root from Malfurion. Make. Fend from Cassia. Is there a Lightning Fury? There is gonna be the kill into Thrall, and he loses whatever stacks he gets, because the one thing we did not mention is that if you die with Crash Lightning, you lose 6 stacks. You cannot drop below milestones, so if he dies at 16, he'll just drop to 15, and if he completes the quest, obviously no stacks to be lost. 47 for Sylvanas already in her baseline. Another 203 stacks needed for that. I don't think I mentioned it, but charge strikes for the Cassia. And ETC in top lane lands the power slide through Skog. Chain Lightning going out, poking onto Panda J. Another scatter coming out. ETC power slides to the side. Wind Fury from Thrall is going to be activated. A root down from Malfurion as well. Sylvanas gets a few hits onto Max Passion. Just want to get the Sylvanas vision here so we can see who she's got marks on during these engagements. And Aldrin's Might over the wall. The mines open up in 15 seconds. And then once the mines are open, then the lower section can be used permanently throughout the rest of the game. It cannot be accessed until the doors open up in 2-3 seconds. Power slide from ETC lands onto Hanzo, and that'll be Team Russia with another kill into Sweden. By the way, crowd surfer ETC, nice pickup. You also have your haunting arrows from Sylvanas. I don't think I mentioned that one. All right, mines are being worked on. Risen Miner Skulls rapidly rising for the side of Team Russia. And this will be Cassie working on the bottom left side here with a few allies around. And this is looking pretty good here for the side of Russia. Tyrael gonna get caught by the root from Malfurion. That Emerald Dream's putting him to sleep for a moment. Scatter goes out. It doesn't matter who kills the Risen Miners, it just matters who picks up those skulls, as this is gonna be a Righteous Hammer into Cassia. She is gonna get not hit with the scatter, but Thrall still gets credit for the kill. Jet Propulsion to back away. Max Passion looking for the Avenging Wrath to chase a little bit. But it is 62 skulls to the left-hand side of Russia. They will have the stronger Golem regardless, but it looks like our members of Sweden will finish out the remainder of the skulls in the mines, and this will be blue in the top, red in the bottom, and Sylvanas and Blaze are already getting early siege while the enemies are in the mines finishing out this underworld boss. If you don't get the last skull, it doesn't summon. And I don't know if they're doing that on purpose or not. I would assume it's on purpose to try and regain control of lanes. Maybe find a team fight, but I don't know. Actually, hold on. Can we click on these names? Do they have unique names? No, you can't. Okay, I was curious. You're all in? Well, best of luck, bud. Scatter goes out. Sappers and bottom pushing in. Nicely done, Ninja. Nicely done, bud. And thanks everyone for hanging out today. It's been a blast so far, and we're in our second of 3 best of 5s, and I hope you're having a great Sunday because this is such a treat for me. Alright, so the last skull did get picked up, by the way, from the members of Russia, because you do see that they have 63 now. This should be fort taken down, especially with Haunting Arrows from Sylvanas available. Maybe keep gate. Curious for the defense. But let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers right now. Power slide from ETC lands onto the Tyrael. Scatter goes out. Panda J getting really low. Needs to be careful from Gia's damage, and that will be ETC falling. A bit of a misplay right there. That might slow down the potential for this fort to be completely cleared out. As a cleanse goes out onto Sylvanas. Chain lightning spoken here and there. Slams continue to go down, and man, I don't know, like, this boss is getting shredded right now. This golem, excuse me, is getting shredded, and it doesn't look like it will take down fort. That is very unfortunate to lose the ETC like that, because I think if they had him, that would have been very doable. As the Eldrin's Might's thrown to the side, Mai will go ahead and get this Vision Tower, scouted by Hanzo with his Sonic Arrow. He'll probably take that back, actually. Cassia doubling back. ETC, they can start working on bottom lane. Now, here's the big thing to mention with Haunted Mines. The objective will swap lanes every single time. So the next golem for the side of Russia will be bottom lane. So getting some early siege onto the fort down here is advantageous and smart for them. It's a bar item today, bud. Mosh pits, mind control, tranquility bunker, dragon's arrow. We have a blink heal Brightwing, Ardent Defender Yrel, Judgment Tyrael, and Cassia Thrall, Valkyrie, and a Sundering. Valkyrie comes through, will find the Thrall. The dragon's arrow lands in the backline. ETC lands a mosh pit. No interrupt just yet. Cassia comes in for the fend. That will be Brightwing taken down. Malfurion traded healer for healer. Skog is low. Gets the Eldrin's Might, jump to the side. The camp will be picked up by the members of Sweden. Trade still on those healers, as I mentioned, and Siege Giants and Sappers will delay each other out in the lane. Yeah, my rule is I cast your name. I rarely, I'm not gonna chase after player names and stuff like that. It's honestly easier for me just to cast what's in front of me. If they want to be called something specific, then they should name themselves that. Mind control into Jet Propulsion. Root from Malfurion comes down. Max Passion is on the point. Gets the Avenging Wrath over the wall, but that's gonna be Panda J with the Power Slide Crowd Surfer level 4 to chase onto Yrel. It was actually damage over time, I think, from Sylvanas took credit for that. Haunting Arrow, Valkyrie misses onto the Thrall. 12 stacks on his Crash Lightning, by the way. If he dies here, he's going to be dropping down to 6. Dropping down to 7 now, because he jumped up to 13. As the next objective is available, 100 skulls. And we'll see who gets the priority of this. I'm assuming it's going to be the members of Team Russia, as they already enter into the mines. Splitting to the left and the right, Malfurion working between the Sylvanas and the Cassia. Sundering, Mind Control's the answer. Dragon's Arrow lands, Polymorph is there, Sylvanas. Jesus! Judgment comes through, a root down from Malfurion just to create more space for Cassie to back off, as this is going to be ETC, and Blaze in the top section of the mines, getting a few more Risen Minor Skulls. But with the kill into Sylvanas, it looks like Team Sweden will be the ones coming out on top with Risen Minor Skulls in the advantage. 36 remains. Yeah, there's going to be a camp over here on the right side. I was going to say, it's always 28 remaining on the Underworld boss. And they're going straight for this. Golems will be skilled to 9 minutes. But meanwhile, Consolation Prize top lane for it. Overall, Team Russia, map-wise, they are leading. They still have their 2 forts. Fort Gate and top lane still existing, completely undamaged. Wait a minute. Fight in the mines. Flank from Blaze on the right side. ETC. Crowd Surfer through the wall, lands onto Tyrael. The Underworld boss will be cleared away, and that'll be 42 to 58. The stronger Golem in top lane for the side of Sweden. But will Russia prioritize defense or aggression? The way that they're... Oh, no, they're going for camp first. A big thing to mention for your Sylvanas, by the way, she did hit the 250 milestone. She has that 50% damage increase on the black arrows. Also going to be seeing the gloves of Alacrity. And that Cassia practicing this one. Alacrity. Such a weird word. Well, I guess English is a weird thing in general. So top lane is going to be prioritized defense. Urel, Blaze in the bottom. As Blaze clears up the Siege Giants. Needs to be careful, though. He has Bunker. He gets hit with a Righteous Hammer. Feral Spirit lands as well. Avenging Wrath Sundering comes out from Thrall. Bunker will be forced down. The allies are rotating here. Blaze jumping in and out of the Bunker. Face shift from Brightwing. Yeah, that's a polymorph as well. And here's the thing, though. In top lane, one tower and 25% of the fort gate has been damaged. Polymorph onto ETC, turned into a pig, doesn't seem too concerned. Will Panda J go in for this camp? They have to know the enemies are on it, and no power slide in time, okay. Panda J very split from his team. The Judgment from Tyrael will land. Good damage onto the ETC, and that cow, that's burnt ends for lunch as Siege Giants in top lane push up a wave. And is there a call for bottom lane for it? Looks like yes. Three sappers do get fed in. Oil Slick comes down from Blaze. She is able to sidestep the Jet Propulsion. Will be hit with a scatter. Keep in mind, if Sweden wins this series, our grand finals in this last chance qualifier will be Sweden versus Sweden. That is going to be difficult to cast. Not as difficult as the Randy Newmans, but it will be difficult. We'll have to figure out some phrasing for it. Blue Sweden versus Red Sweden. Scatter poke. Alright, 15.5 on both. Hanzo's scatters continue. Thrall is one stack away from hitting that first milestone, which is 270 additional damage on its bounces after the initial strike. And he also can't drop below that 15 mark, which is huge for Thrall. Cassia Lightning Fury going out. You can even see, I think Russia's really trying to play separated so they don't get hit with some stray poke from Thrall. Judgment from Tyrael onto ETC. Encore level 13 out as the face melt was I think he did get that timing on the face melt with the Judgment, but it's still, you know, damage lands and such. Let's go. Power slide to the side. 16s are here. Templar's Verdict. This is what I was talking about the Thunderstorm, by the way. While at 40% slow on your Chain Lightning bonus, the Chain Lightning damage just overall is increased by 30%. And Thrall does have that 15 stack, so he's got 270 additional damage after the initial hit. Power slide to the side. Phase shift from Brightwing. Malfurion looks to exit through the north side. Mind control misses onto ETC. Sundering coming out from Thrall and Murden. Sorry, Murden. God dang. Wrong heroes today. ETC will be taken down by the Hanzo. But one sapper makes it into the keep of top lane. Some damage from the catapult and minion wave. Blaze pushing up a wave in bottom. Objective for the side of Russia will be heading in through the top lane. Sweden through the bottom. And Skulls right now are looking best for the members of Sweden, as all that is left is the Underworld boss. 28 remain on that one. Looks like Sappers in bottom lane. Urel's managing both. One Sapper will slowly make its way here, but Thrall's going to be in position to clear that out easily. Brightwing taking care of top lane stuff. And that is the Underworld boss start again. Uh-oh. Tyrael hit with a mind control. Phase shift from Brightwing is gonna be enough. There's a Valkyrie. Brightwing, no! Brightwing will be taken down to try and save the Tyrael. Max Passion looking for the Avenging Wrath over the wall. But it is Russia picking up the remainder of these skulls, and it will be a 53-47 advantage to the side of Russia. And that is going to be the stronger golem in top lane, and that is where the keep is at 50% just about. What does Russia want to do here? Brightwing's in for 25. Will they defend through bottom, or will they just head to top lane? ETC trying to get some vision over here, which will be zoned back by the members of Sweden. While Wind Fury's active, Eldrune's Might to the side, and Tyrael's able to back up just fine as the scatter comes out from Hanzo poking. Golems have risen in their lanes, and that is Blazing bottom, Malfurion. I think he's a little bit zoned by the Tyrael here. 8-8 in kills, and it's about a half a level lead for the side of Russia. Scatters poke here and there. Alright, Grave Golem on this keep. Black arrows are active. Easily keep taken down. Russia advances into the core area. Power slide from ETC Moshpit. Valkyrie comes through. Judgment from Tyrael in the backline of the Malfurion. The Sundering Thrall will be there as well. We have a bunker down from Blaze Tranquility out from Malfurion. Fen from Cassie is not enough to take down Make, who will be able to get a blink from Brightwing. Player is low. Sylvanas trying to get out of here. Polymorph by Brightwing. And taken down. Moshpit from ETC interrupted again. Golem is on core, working on shielding still. Jet Propulsion splashing in a few enemies. Blaze trying to find the kill, but he will be taken down. They get a bit of damage onto the core here. That's going to be a little bit more than a bit, I guess. You could Thrall takes down Blaze. I apologize. Looks like he was still working on that on the north side of the area, but it's going to be 23% off the core, and our 20 talent tiers are getting close. 372 stacks for your Sylvanas, 19 for the Thrall, and that's all the questing stuff we got going on right now, but Sylvanas getting very close to that Mythic, which will be huge. Scatter comes out from Hanzo, ETC, Crowd Surfer to the side, Max Passion's right there with a Righteous Hammer, minus 15 armor onto Panda J, who'll get the who will be able to get the power slide to safety. Phasha from Brightwing will be coming through, and that is a dead ETC. As now Sweden look to advance through bottom. Judgment onto the Malfurion. No level 20 for Angel of Justice, and that is Sweden getting the kill. Mind Control goes fishing from Sylvanas, but there is no one caught at the end of that. Valkyrie onto the Brightwing. There's no minion wave here. Tyrael does not have any sanctification, as I mentioned. Judgment heroic, so can't pop that and sit there and tank damage for the core, but it is going to be 20 talents here on the right side, and when we're done cycling through these other numbers, we're going to go ahead and see what we got going on for those 20s, whether it's upgrades or new benefits. Sapper in bottom lane is about to rush onto this keep. I don't think Yrel will be able to get a Righteous Hammer or anything in time. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, Wind Fury for the Thrall, Angel of Justice for the Tyrael, Seraphim Broken for Yrel, a Bullseye Hanzo, and Invisible Friends for the Brightwing. Hey guys, we're gonna give this character a level 20 self-cleanse. How long should the cooldown be? 12 seconds is really, 10 seconds is really balanced. How long should the Unstoppable be? 2 seconds? Sure. Will it be an active cooldown?
Red
Yes.
Team's core is under attack.
Seraphim needs to be, like, so many more seconds. Also, Hand of Freedom should not be able to be self-cast. I'm gonna be honest with that one, too. Well, 373 on your Sylvanas as we're 19.5 minutes into the map, just about. 20 for the Thrall on the Crash Lightning. Judgment on the Panda J. Dragon's Arrow lands onto Malfurion in the back line. And Panda J power slides to the side, but will be taken down. Thrall getting the credit for the kill. And the mines have opened up. Sweden enter into the mines. Sweden yearns for the mines, for the skulls. As a few will be picked up. Max Passion actually going to miss a couple over there. Oh, are they going to try and catch the enemy over here? No, no. I mean, they are setting up by this door. They are set up by this door. Does it show, by the way, active skulls? It does. It does actually show the camps, because we're on the Team Russia vision. So it does show the camps down here as they disappear on the minimap, and you can see that there's skulls that have been left behind. Also, you can see down there through the center thingy. This is gonna be a 100 golem to the side of Sweden. And keep in mind, this was the map choice of Russia who won the coin flip. Russia does get their 20s, Fortified Bunker, Serenity, Call of the Dark Lady. Dark Lady's Call. Always flip those. ETC, Ride the Lightning. Cool things with that. 70-second cooldown. You get a 10-second cooldown per enemy hero hit. Max 50-second cooldown, but there's also a little AoE damage. It's like, what, 100 and something? Yeah, 105 damage. And Cassia. I'd like to see Valkyrie upgrade. I think Valkyrie upgrade is so good at level 20. Ah, it is! The Imprisoning Light. Upon impaling an enemy, they are blinded for 5 seconds. Cassia Valkyrie gets a wave of light that deals 439 damage to enemies, and the wave silences and roots them for 3 seconds. It's I think it's such a cool 20 upgrade. But Sweden, with their golem in top lane, 100% to the golem in bottom. If you want to see the stats, don't worry, I got you. So bottom lane golem stats on your left-hand side. And you can compare them to the top lane golem. Good scaling right there. Ford is a guarantee. Mind Control lands onto Tyrael. He'll smite the ground, and this is going to be a back off from the members of Team Russia. Thrall at 22 stacks on his Crash Lightning. And this is golem bottom cleared away by the keep shots. Valkyrie available. Mind Control onto the Tyrael. He gets taken down. Death timer 62, 61. 20 seconds off the death timer right there. Wowee. As this will be golem in top lane, opening up the keep gate. It might get like one. Oh, it's going to get a few hits onto the keep here because it looks like the enemies are rotating out. Okay. Siege Giants to be grabbed. Man, I gotta say, another plus 22-minute map. That is, I'd say that like 22 to 24 minutes has kind of been the average today. The shortest map today was like, what, 14:46, I think? But everything else has been over 20 minutes consistently, so it's been very fun games today. Chain Lightning poking, 22 stacks. Sylvanas is done with Mythic. Rune's Might down on the ground. Judgment from Tyrael lands on the Cassia. The Righteous Hammer's there as well. Sundering out Ardent Defender. Cassia gets taken down by the Thrall, whose Thunderstorm is max. 23 of the 30 for his Crash Lightning. Now Panda J taken down by a scatter from Hanzo with that Giant Slayer. Dragon's Arrow! Dragon's Arrow! No, the Malfurion! He was gonna zig, but he zagged right back into it. That might just be GG's. That could be Wait, Blaze Sylvanas. They're gonna go for core. Urel's backing off to clear out bottom lane wave. Blaze Sylvanas are gonna try and base race against the Urel. Jet Propulsion lands. Dark Lady's Call is available. Max Passion dives in with the Avenging Wrath. There's gonna be Hearts Out in the core defense. Siege Giants. It's not over. I can't believe it. Judgment onto Blaze. He does not have a bunker. Bullseye from Hanzo, level 20, is gonna get the stun again. Sylvanas is like, Blaze, you're on your own, bud. 45% remains on the right side core as Russia almost gets the back door. But Ubi zigging, zagging, taken down. And Sylvanas is going to start working on some Risen Miners here. What a game number one, everybody. Sylvanas Cassia getting 20 skulls. There is going to be a jump through the door on the left-hand side. Judgment, as well as the Sundering from Thrall, and Cassia is going to be taken down. ETC uses Crowd Surfer to back away. 9 seconds on Urel. Oh, man. What a game number 1, man. 29 kills in a 26-minute map. Oh boy. Golem for bottom lane, for if Sweden gets this, will be advancing into a very weak keep. If the golem if we get a bigger golem to the side of Russia, I mean, it's going straight to the enemy core. I mean, it's a 20 golem, it's going straight to the enemy core, obviously, but it's not going to have a whole lot of HP for the lane, as sappers will be grabbed for top lane as well. All right. 23 stacks. Has he? He's died once, I think, right? Yeah, he's died once. And I think he was just reset back down to 0. I don't think he was actually, like, dropped to, like, from, like, 8 to 2 or something. All right, 20 to 80 in our golems. What is the game plan from Russia? Are they just focusing on sieging through top? And they're just gonna let the enemy golem go through bottom? Seems like that's going to be the case as they're playing high in the lane. Power slide from ETC. Mosh but activated, interrupted by Sundering. And Hanzo gets taken down. The bunker stun by Blaze. ETC face melt pushing people around with the encore as well. Scope diving in deep. This is going to be a face shift from Brightwing landing in time. That is going to be a jet propulsion onto Max Passion, who will be picked off. There is a Sapper Camp, Siege Giant, and big ol' Golem through bottom lane. But it's Russia running into Sweden. There's the mind control missing. Tranquility with Serenity 20 is active, and they're ignoring the Thrall Brightwing Interior. They're going straight for the core. Ren will be taken down. The Malfurion is out of the engagement, but this is going to be GG's. 27 minutes plus into this map, and Team Russia will be victorious with 12 to 20. 32 kills in this map. Wow. All right. Well, we'll show you some stats and all that good stuff. We got to run some ads. If you have the availability of a Prime Gaming, if you'd like to start a recurring Tier 1 sub, every little bit helps us out a ton as we are looking to hit 620 subs to be able to get our April Chef Baja. So if you're feeling generous, if you are enjoying yourself, if you want to support the stream, we do stream 6 days a week. We got a lot of fun content here outside of Here's the Storm, as you can see, with cooking streams. We do, FromSoft games and all that good stuff. But we're going to run some ads. When those ads are over, we'll get ready for map number 2, and we're going to find out what that map will be. In the meantime, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being awesome. I was early. Alrighty, everybody. We are ready to rock and roll once again. Map number 2 in our second best of 5 of the day. Left side will be Team Russia up in this series, and they just need to win 2 more maps to be able to advance into the grand finals. Coming up next. Right side will be Sweden, as they opted in for first pick priority as the losing side, so this will be your map choice coming out from Team Russia. Bed Wrestling Doctor says you need to chill after. Oh my God, Shy! I didn't know you had double surgery. Well, I hope you have a speedy recovery. Sorry, I was trying to figure out the right phrasing. I hope you have a good speedy recovery and easy recovery. Hopefully, it's nothing too drastic or taxing on you. But thanks for hanging out with us, bud. Hopefully, the casting gets you through a day of recovery. Maev and Lucio will be banned away by the side of Sweden and Russia. We still have another couple bans coming through. As you all know, it's the Meta Madness style of draft, so the 10 heroes we saw in map number 1 cannot be played again, but bans don't carry over, so could see a Hogger in map number 3 if he's not banned away, but Hogger has been drawing a lot of bans today. I believe he was perma-banned in the entire first best of 5, which did go 4 maps. Really fun series. Really back and forth as well. And Junkrat will be the secondary ban from the side of Russia for Dragonshire. What are we going to get for the first pick on the side of Sweden? Rexar is often played in the solo lane. I don't think you're going to be first picking him. Zagara does see some play here. Falstad was not banned. Falstad wasn't banned, so we could see him. Dahaka's up and available as well. Guardian Kitties. Oh, okay, nice. Now I'm just picturing in my head that they're like serving you like tea on a tray and stuff, and they're very dapper in their outfits. Like they all have like butler outfits and stuff.
Here we go again.
Chromie and the Garrosh. Okay, Chromie Garrosh, not too bad of a setup here. Good control, good burst, good poke as well. What do you want to run with the Johanna here? Could look for an Anduin early. Could go into a Bruiser as well. Could pick up some percent-based damage. Could pick up a solo. Okay. So Rhaegar, Dahaka. I don't hate the idea of Azul Jin, but I feel like excuse me, my gosh. Oh, gassy. I feel like Zul Jin has kind of fallen out of favor just completely. Like, I really don't see him anymore. I feel like the stacks lost upon death are something that people don't like, and they just haven't been really playing him. False Dead ban is not too bad. Good mobility, good global, sustained damage is pretty decent. We pretty much only see auto build. Samuro ban, okay. I believe Ubi has the Samuro. They're so dapper, but they can't work the electric kettle yet. Oh. It's just the imagery in my head is adorable. Malthael and Ana. So nano boosted Tormented Souls probably. Malthael into Dahaka's nice for the Malthael. The drag values are pretty good into him. But Malthael mobility with a Reaper Striker is pretty good as well. Last two picks on the right side for Sweden. What do they need? Damage. They need, I mean, I'd like to see a mage and auto attacker. Maybe it's a Zagara. I'd like to just see some sort of, like, I don't know, Li Ming Greymane or something. Okay. Double reset play from the members of Sweden with the Genji and the Li Ming. Swift Strike can get a reset. Li Ming, when she gets kills, gets reset. So, you know, double reset composite. It pops up a little bit here and there. Last pick on the left side. What do you want? What do you want to go to deal with all of this? I feel like some sort of something with like a hard stun onto the Genji would be really nice.
I serve.
Zeratul to get into the backline for burst and harassment. The Zeratul is a really interesting X factor. I like the pickup a ton. I was thinking like some sort of stun to really punish the Genji, but you got Warlord's Challenge, you got Sleep Darts, you got well, soon to be Warlord's Challenge. We're actually seeing a lot of Decimate today. Or not today, this weekend. Sorry, we've only had one Garrosh played today so far. Alrighty, everybody, get your gambles in. Map number 2 of our second of 3 best of 5s, and here we go. Happy lovely Sunday, everybody. Oh, if you're watching on the YouTube VOD and stuff, be sure to like and subscribe. Help us grow the YouTube channel. If we can grow the YouTube channel, that's more scratch for Bandit. We all like more food for Bandit, don't we? So if you have multiple YouTube accounts, subscribe with all of them, please. Left side of the map is going to be Russia, with Ren on the Ana, Ubi on the Malthael, Players Airtool, Mai on the Chromie, and Panda J is your Garrosh. Right side is Sweden. You've got your Skog, Johanna, Burgled on the Rhaegar, Max Passion, Dahaka, Gia on the Li Ming, and Make is going to be your Genji.
5, 4,
Zealous Glare,
3,
Colossal
2,
Totem. It is
1.
your Enhanced Agility, Aether Walker, and
Fight
Agile
well,
Dismount.
heroes.
Unrivaled Strength, Time Walk's Pursuit, Fear the Reaper, Mind Hunter, Shadow Hunter, gosh, I always mess that one up. And Biotic Grenade upgrade with Contact Healing for the Ana. Alrighty. Sandblast coming through, Arcane Orbs poking from Li Ming as well. Zeratul grabs his first of 15 globes. Okay, so Dahaka heads to top lane. Rhaegar and Genji working on the right side camp. Left side camp being worked on by Malthael Ana. We currently have Siege Giants started by Li Ming on the right. And Chromie will clear out the incoming wave. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a rotation to their own Siege Giants from that. Time Trap into the bush from the Chromie. See what she picks up here in a little bit of experience, as she does get her talents 2 levels early. Typically with Time Walk's Pursuit, you see it Horror Anomaly.
Worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power? Prove it.
Take control of the shrine.
Hawker with a couple autos onto the Zeratul, but he blinks away. I have been seeing time troubles as well. No, it's going to be at Horror Anomaly. The big thing with Horror Anomaly and the Time Walk's Pursuit, so Time Walk's Pursuit gives you vision, the vision ability, the 15% spell power, but also arming time traps is faster. And Horror Anomaly gives you 3 charges of Time Trap. It also reduces the cooldown from 15 to 7. It's an 7-second cooldown per charge. And so there's a nice synergy with those. A proper greeting level 7 is often picked up, paired in with your slowing sands for that value, but we'll see what we get as the map does progress. But level 4 is coming through for everyone now, as Garrosh should have a little bit of displacement harassment on Damake. Hey, there's odds on the gamble. Thanks, everybody. Sleep Dart to follow up the Time Trap. Burgle is A-okay to back away. There was a debilitating dart as well. That was that little sort of debuff that you saw on the Rhaegar there, because it's fire a dart, which slows movement speed and reduces damage dealt by the first hero hit by 50% for 4 seconds if no heroes hit. Reduce the cooldown by 8 seconds. Baseline cooldown 20 on that bad boy. Magic missiles hit onto Garrosh here. As a reminder, this is a single elimination bracket, so if Sweden gets 3-0'd, they're out of the tournament. That's it. And Russia moves on to the grand finals up against Sweden 2 to determine who will be heading into the league stage next weekend. League stage is all best of 3s, unfortunately. We're going to be going back to best of 3s, but it will be 4 best of 3s for multiple weekends. Sandblast going out. Dragonite will be grabbed by the side of Sweden, as our Twitch Gamble still has 40 seconds to go. Dragonite moving in through mid lane. 0-0 in kills. Molten Flames onto the Fort Gate. Zeratul, 7 of the 15 stacks. And he will be picking up his Psionic Strength, dealing damage to heroes. Increases all damage dealt by 6% for 3 seconds, stacking to 30. As I thought I saw there was going to be a engagement bottom lane, but it looks like there's just some poke here and there. Dragonite doing its best to work on mid lane Fort Gate. A Savage Charge onto Zeratul does not connect. That's the way I do it, Ninja. Arcane Orb flies out. Some Shurikens continue to fire in. Arcane Orbs poke onto Chromie's health bar as a Condemn captures Panda J. It is going to be the Conviction at level 7, which is a baseline movement speed increase for Johanna. The verbiage on that is a little bad, but... or a little unclear, not bad. I think it's a better way to say it. Make will be taken down. They'll be first blood by Team Russia. You know what I just thought about? If Blizzard hires me and Grubby to cast the Heroes Classic Cup, Grubby and I can try and get the first blood thing again. Oh, good times. Alright, Wormhole for the Zeratul, pretty standard, level 7. Anti-healer for the Ana, which increases the healing debuff from 1.75 to 2.5 seconds. Slowing Sands to the Chromie as we anticipated. Shuriken Mastery, 22 of 60 stacks. And it's just the waiting game for 10 talents. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. Next Dragonite phasing is probably like 30 seconds away from being announced. Very low cooldown from when the Dragonite goes down to when the next one is available. Malthael left side, Rhaegar on the right. He did, by the way, we didn't mention this, but he did go into Healing Totem. Healing Totem level 4. We don't see it super often. But not too bad. We'll talk about the values in a second once we actually see the tooltip back. Iron Skin from Johanna activated. Shield Glare onto Garrosh. And she'll back away, just trying to make sure that there's no displacement.
Power gathers within
And
the
here's our
shrines.
second Dragonite, as I
Seize
mentioned.
them and become the new Dragonite.
Wave of Force, Ancestral, Blessed Shield, Isolation, and X-Strike. Chromie, of course, already with her Slowing Sands. Probably see... oh, it's Decimate Garrosh, as I mentioned. Tormented Souls, Nano Boost, Might of the Nerazim for Zeratul. And a low-kill game so far as we enter into 6 minutes. Iron Skin from Johanna allows her to back out of the Slowing Sands quite quickly. Dahaka burrows, Malthael jumping out of the lane. That's going to be Ubi. Chung, Tormented Souls is going to be applied. Isolation lands onto the Zeratul, and Ubi's able to heal quite a bit from that Tormented Souls Soul Rip. Panda J, I think, was scouted by some magic missiles. No nano boost activation. Nano boosted Garrosh with Decimate honestly is not that bad though. Like, helicopter. Oh, right, no, it's only basic ability. Sorry, never mind. I thought it also affected your heroics, which that would make sense. Never mind. I mean, but it is spell power on it, so there's that. Deadly Calm would be a good synergy, too, with Nano Infusion. But more throws, more Groundbreakers, more Blood Crazes, or Blood Thirsts. Do have available Dragonite in mid lane to the side of Russia. Magic Missiles poke out. Thank you, Simon, for understanding the assignment. As Zeratul will be taken down. A kill for the members of Sweden. A happy Sunday, Simon. Hope you're doing well, bud. Hopefully you and Sin are having a nice, cozy day. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry, I said we were going to talk about it, but we didn't. Healing Totem, 30-second cooldown. Activate to place a totem that heals allied heroes in the area for 2% of their maximum health every second. This totem has 200 health and lasts 10 seconds. Simon?
Yes.
Congratulations on your watch streak, bud. Timeout from Chromie. 13 will be faster on the right side as Dragonite in mid lane is channelable. Can Genji get it? Zeratul jumps in. Links to the side. Does have his Shadow Hunter level 1 completed. Condemned from Johanna. Looking for sub done. Won't get it, but a Blessed Shield does get ripped. Garrosh and Zeratul taken down by Li Ming as Malthael gets dragged. That's a reset for Li Ming. Gia avoids the Sandblast and Deep Breaths, or Dragon Breaths of Chromie, and a second Dragonite of the map, second Dragonite to the side of Sweden, will be picked up. It's going to head to top lane, while most of the allies, actually the entirety of the allies, head into bottom and look to push up a wave onto the fourth here. Gia already with Arcane Orbs, pushing damage onto the structure. The Haka anchors for the allies. He taps quick for movement speed buff. Does have that Ferocious Stalker. Dark Swarm slows enemy heroes by 50% for 0.75 seconds, deals 50% more damage, while Brush Stalker movement speed bonus is active, and taking this level 1 gives you a double duration. Baseline is 2 seconds. Enhanced agility obviously makes it 4. Genji with the deflect as he's trying to back away. Make is low and will be picked off by Garrosh. Now Panda J looking to get out of here. Tower shots onto Garrosh are big damage, and that'll be Garrosh traded 2 to 5 in kills, favoring the side of Sweden. We're rallying in map number 2 after a 28-minute map number 1 on... Oh, that was a risky run and kick, but it is Johanna. She has Iron Skin. She's out of there. But our maps today have been long, and I mean, it's last chance qualifier, and I'm glad the players are putting everything on the line for this. Bringing everything they got to the table. Alright, well, we're going to wait for our level 16s to come through on the right side, and, I mean, with a 3-kill advantage, later game kills, obviously there's going to be that gap starting to form. Just about a level between the two teams. Maybe a little bit more, actually. Anything exciting or shocking at level 16? Nah, not really. Alright, excuse me. Haka will be able to work on top lane waves. Zeratul currently clearing mid. Just trying to get that level 16 a little bit faster here. The Haka may get dove on the top lane. Make is here, slowing sands, tunneling claws. He's out of there. Nice read from Max Passion. And we'll be able to zoom away. Meanwhile, Johanna's rotating up. There's a Blessed Shield available. Shield Glare, self-cleanse for Malthael with the inevitable end level 13. Malthael's definitely dead. Li Ming gets a reset right there, and the shrines are available in 25 seconds. Malthael will still be dead for about 10 seconds once these are available. Dahaka, I think, is going to chill in top lane and just wait for that channel. He might brush stock down into center. He's got Brush Stock available. Yeah, Well Tap is down for another 90 seconds. Invade into the camp. Great. So, oh, Max Passion is going to Brush Stock early. So someone's going to need to head to top lane as Dahaka's like, oh, you know, I'm here in bottom. Yeah, no, this is what I meant to do. Now, Genji's going to use Swift Strike. Time trap from Chromie. Scouts the Genji rotation. Johanna's going to back up. She's going to go for channel while Gia and Burgled maybe zone. Yeah, I don't think there's a way for them to even deny this. So, but the big thing to mention is it is going to be your level 16 on the left-hand side as well. You've got your active reload, the mortality, going to be your seasoned soldier. We already have the fast forward, and Zeratul with the master warp blade. Shuriken mastery done from Genji at level 4. He's got the Shin Gun level 13 as well. Magic missiles from Gia, poke onto the fort, inspired minion wave as well. Dragonite pivots into bottom lane as Dahaka was getting a wave pushed up, and that is a really good lead for Team Sweden here in map number 2. They want the 1-1 score after that loss onto Haunted Mines map 1. There have been no map bans. We could see Infernal Shrines. Hell, we could see Brax's holdout if someone's advantageous enough to go that way, but not since, I think it was like Germany 1 took Brax's holdout, and I don't think really seen it much since. Chain Lightning's out from the Rhaegar. And if you're curious about some stats, here's some... Oh, I meant to do this one first. Nope, I meant to do this one first. God dang it. I'm all over the place with my keys. I do want to point out Malfield death, time dead, 69 seconds. Nice. Wrecking Ball onto Scope, the Nano boosted Tormented Souls, it's Garrosh taken down, the Ancestral does not land on a Scope because of the healing debuff of the Bida Grenade. Tank for tank, Make gets a quick chain heal, and it will just be a trade for tanks as our next Dragonite phasing should be announced momentarily. Oh no, the Arcane Orb! Oh, Chromie, you are... There's dead, and then there's this. Zeratul is going to be backing away. Li Ming did get the reset. Genji jumping in. Make Swift Strike. Good damage onto player, but Zeratul is going to get some heals from Ana. And the Arcane Orb just hits the last bit of... just hits the keep gate. Bruiser Camp left side up in 5, right side 13, bottom lane 49, right side Siege Giants just off cooldown, 28 on the left side for your Siege Camp. And there's the Dragon, and as I mentioned, getting really close to the announcement. A lot of heroics are just now popping off cooldown as well. I just saw Nano Boost and Tormented Souls coming back. X-Strike from Genji available, 14 on Isolation, 25 for the Ancestral, 3 seconds on a Chromie Death Timer. And it is Team Sweden with a 5-kill advantage, looking real cozy on map number 2. This could be a 1-1 score for this best-of-5 series semifinal in our single elimination last chance qualifier bracket. Who's going for the Dragonite? Dahaka. Okay, he's brush talking into mid. He'll grab that. Take a look and see what our 20s are going to be. Slowing stands down from Chromie. She did go into the Unraveling. Bless you from the Johanna. That's going to be a timeout from Chromie. The active reload comes out as well. I think I heard that correctly. Yep. Contagion, Radiating Faith, Farseer's Blessing, Repulsion, and Living Weapon. All heroic upgrades, actually. Everyone just upgrading their 10, basically. Dragonite, Siege Giants, Quadra Giants, Catapult, Minion Wave, and a whole heck load of damage. Team Sweden, they want this map number 2 victory at 15 plus minutes. Zeratul setting up for a flank on the bottom right of your screen. Nano boosted, Tormented Souls, Malfield, self-cleanse with the inevitable end, denies the Dragonite Savage Charge. Ancestral Farseer's Blessing does not get the second activation because of the Anabita Grenade healing debuff. Zeratul and Rhaegar will be traded, but Johanna does go down. X-Strike from Genji, Ubi low, Make trying to get the kill. Arcane Orb's missing from Gia, and this is Team Sweden hemorrhaging members in an advantage situation, and Dahaka's unsure of what he wants to do. Chromie gets kicked to the side. Siege Giants are pushing up. Is that dynamic optics? Oh no, we don't have 20s yet. Okay, I thought I heard the auto attacks from Ana speeding up. Aiming Arcane Orb. Go! Oh my god, please someone clip that. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm literally watching back my stream to see that. Are you serious with that toss? No. I can't get over it, dude. Oh my god, I can't get over that, dude. That is too freaking funny. Alrighty, well, 20 talents here on both sides, though. Nano Infusion. You'll see your Reaper of Souls, Unraveling, as we mentioned. Deadly Calm as well for the Garrosh. And then you have your Shadow Stride for the Zeratul. So it's just making me laugh every time I think about it. Hey, what's up, Punk? Good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday. Oh, man. Whew. Time trap onto 3 on the right side. No dismount or anything like that, just time trap. Alrighty, Siege Giants are working their way in through bottom. There's the Dragon announcement again in 27 seconds. Genji heading to top lane. What a game number 2, everybody. By the way, has Sweden lost a gate? Not completely, right? The most damage Sweden has taken on a gate is in top lane, and it's just the center gate taken down and 25% left on one of those towers, but wow.
Take hold of the
All right, shrines are available. This is the 4th or 5th dragon out of the map, but we've had quite a few. I mean, we're 17. This is probably the 4th. 17, almost 18 minutes into the game. Left side Siege Giants have been grabbed. All heroics and charges are off cooldown. Keep in mind, Garrosh does get the 40% damage debuff to enemies. Thank you for the clips. What's up, Hostile? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better today, bud. All right, a fight breaks out in the corridor a little bit. Dahaka misses the drag on his Zeratul. Good attempt, though. Drake meme? Drake's the worst. Well, 4 kill difference. Leading in favor for Sweden. Level lead for scaling. Right side Bruiser Camp grab. Zeratul might have seen the Dahaka for a moment there, but they're not going to invade this camp. Okay. Johanna's going to get the Moon Shrine in the bottom, but I don't think there's going to be an available Dragonite channel because Panda J is, yeah. I mean, Max Passion should have vision of all of this. See Garrosh over here scouts out the Li Ming with the magic missiles and stuff like that. Swapping vision really quickly just to see what everything looks like setup-wise. Zeratul will get the Sun Shrine on the north side. And the map continues. We enter into the 20-minute mark. If you want to see some experience breakdown, there you go, if you're curious what it looks like. A 5k deficit on minions, by the way, from Sweden. Making up with it significantly with mercenaries, though. My gosh, look at that. Mercenary difference, almost 3,000. Hero kills a little bit. Passive is humongous as well. I mean... Oh, a little bit of a pause going on right now. Let's go ahead and jump ourselves over here. We're going to go ahead and turn off all of that. Looks like we have a little headset issue, but we're going to go ahead and turn off the minimap, and we can take a look here at some stats here so we can continue looking at some information if you're curious what everything looks like so far. Deathless game for Ana so far. Deathless game for Li Ming and Dahaka as well. As looks like we have a small headset issue. You know what headset does have has no issues? Corsair headsets. Type exclamation Corsair in chat. And navigate over to the headset section. Check out the amazing deals that Corsair has on headsets. What a segue. All right. So, let's see here, though. No sub done for the Johanna. Thank you, Ash Mantle. And heroic-wise, everything is off cooldown still. Garrosh 3 charges of Decimate. We'll get the headset fixed here in just a moment, I hope, and get back into the game. So Sweden wins this. We head into a 1-1 score situation. Russia would have first pick or map pick. I mean, if it feels really doable for Sweden to take victory off of this. They've had control of the map. They've had control of the team fights. I will say the Biotic Grenade anti-healing timing from Ren has been so on point. A lot of Ancestral Farsi or Blessing moments that should have been another health bar has been, denied because of that. And Sun for a skate. All right, Harkin. Well, if you're back, and I might still be going when you come back. So have fun and enjoy the day, and hopefully we'll see you more in the future. And hopefully life, as I said, isn't too chaotic. But good to see you, and thanks for coming on by. Looks like we got the maps, the readies out, and we'll get going back into the map. What's up, Zig? Okay, so a small minion wave makes it to core. They instantly die, obviously. This is Dahaka in the top lane. Shurikens and Shield Glare check the bushes. Decimate from Garrosh gets a few spins. Unstoppable from the Johanna, and a few Blessed Hammer also coming out from her. Max Passion not showing. And does have Brush Talk, I'm assuming, off cooldown. Yep, absolutely, and well tap available. Still 3 stacks for the Feeding Frenzy as well. So 1.5 second cooldown per auto. Does it all come down to this bottom lane camp? Dahaka's brush talking in. Johanna has a blessed shield. Self-cleanse from the Malthael. Tormented Souls. We do have the nano boost applied. The Ancestral doesn't come through in time for Rhaegar. X-Strike on the left side takes down the Ana. Panda J gets the camp. Skog will fall as well. Zeratul has the... Does he have the kill on Namake here? Is he going to Vorpal in? No, actually blinks in for Max Passion harassment. Avoids the drag. Top lane has a decent wave pushing onto this keep right now, but Russia still has a massive mountain to climb right now to be able to kind of get back and even things up on this map. Zeratul did Hearth out. He's going to go ahead and clear things out in top lane. Denies the catapult, the fatal damage under the keep, but it's still, I mean, you're like 25% on that. Bottom lane fort does go down. First structure, 21 minutes in. Taken down from Sweden, as this will be Siege Giants left side. Zeratul heading to top lane. And there will be no one in position mid for the channel, but there is a Genji to, Genji and Li Ming to poke at this and delay out the objective phasing. Zeratul blinks in, grabs the objective channel. Uh-oh, Dahaka bottom. Tunneling Claws. Nice way to avoid the Wrecking Ball of Panda J. Zeratul Singularity Spike on Namake. Gonna blink into the minion wave. Gets the globe. Couple Shurikens and a Swift Strike onto the Zeratul. He is caught out and taken down. Wait, really? Blessed Shield! Absolutely, the Blessed Shield comes through. Garrosh the next to go down. This might be unraveling from Chromie. Genji dives away. Are they going for objective here, or what? Jump to the side. Shurikens once again. Dahaka on the Sunshrine. Genji on the Moonshine. Who's going to be in mid lane? Dahaka. Alright, so he's going to brush talk into mid. Max Passion gets this. 28 on the Zeratul, 30 on the Garrosh. Dragonite at 22 minutes scaled. There's your damage stats and health if you're curious. Bottom lane, Genji advancing. Sleep Dart finds the Genji. Debilitating Dart as well will come through as to follow that up. Arcane Orb working on the shielding of the core. Zeratul up in 2, Garrosh up in 5, Dragonite just now getting here, Malthael, Tormented Souls, Blessed Shield comes out from the Johanna as well. No nano boost activation, still 10-second cooldown. Ancestral goes out as Gia's getting low, but look at this core health is just rapidly being reduced. The defense may be there, but it's not going to be enough. And Sweden are going to be able to eke out victory at the end. What a game. 23 minutes, 31 seconds, and it is going to be a Sweden victory for a 1-1 score overall in this best-of-5 series. And the best part is we still have another best-of-5 coming up after this. Oh, as I mentioned, we are 16 subs away from our goal. If you'd like to help us hit that, if you're having a good time here, if you're like, man, this casting is so much fun to be around. Absolutely it is. We do stream 6 days a week. We full-time stream. Every little bit helps us out a ton. So if you have any availability for the support of the channel, please do consider it, as we are looking to get that April cooking stream. But we're going to run some ads. We're going to find out what map number 3 is going to be in this series. And we got a 1-1 score. It's a competitive series. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. We are here in the Towers of Doom, map number 3 in this best of 5 series. On the left-hand side, it's Russia. On the right side, it's Sweden. Yeah, but he makes good music. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can listen to R. Kelly. You can watch Harry Potter. But I always say you just have to admit that the author of these things are horrible humans. But you will never take away my joy of Harry Potter movies. You will never take that away from me. Alright, so Towers of Doom. Let's get our gamble going here really quickly. There we are. So it is Medivh and Lucy on the left-hand side. We have your Maiev and Hogger on the right side.
Let's fly.
And a first pick Falstad right out the gate. Oh god, the amount of R. Kelly we listened to when we were younger. Jeez. The amount of R. Kelly that was played at, like, high school, middle school dances. Well, I never went to a middle school dance, but high school dances I got forced into every year. So Russia with the first pick, Falstad. It'll be Sweden coming out with a Diablo Junkrat. A lot of displacement and control. Garrosh was just played, so he can't be played again. New joy for this stuff has definitely been lost. Oh, very understandable, Stark. Very understandable. Absolutely understand you on that for sure. What do they want to roll with the Falstad? They could pivot it. Yeah, I was gonna say they could go Stitches comp. I was gonna say they could go into Stitches because you have like Hook into Gust. So Hook, Gorge, Gust. I can't remember if Anduin's been played in this best of 5 yet. I don't think he has been. I don't think he has been played yet in this series. So if he hasn't been, unless they plan on the side of Sweden to take the Anduin, I would expect this to be an Anduin ban. There it is. What will we get rid of, though? Diablo Junkrat. That is a snap tracer real quick. Okay, alright. That is a very quick tracer ban. So Leoric, it's a double soak map. Urel, I want to say was played in map 1 Haunted Mines. I think she was the first pick, actually. I'm trying to think of like what we'd have available for the solo lane, the double soak against Leoric. I don't hate Azul personally. I think Azul is really good for this map. I think he's a bit underrated on this map too. Dahak has been played, Malthael's been played. The Diva I wasn't expecting, but it is interesting. Tyrande to come in, an old classic with Diablo. Shadow Overpower into Lunar Flare with the Huntress Mark as well. And then, realistically, Sweden can flex onto either a Mage, a sustained damage dealer. I don't think they're going to pick up another Bruiser and Hypercarry Junkrat. I don't think that's really been their playstyle. Left side, though, we still need a healer with the Stitches. And, ooh, that's some good sustained damage with the Vala Rain of Vengeance.
There is always hope.
And Ariel will be grabbed. Thrall. Ah!
Quick, change the channel.
I believe Thrall was played in map number 1 with the Crash Lightning. Rav, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? How are your games? How are you doing? Good to see you, bud. Thank you for the raid. Thanks for thinking of us here, bud. And I hope you're having a fantastic day.
Unbridled energy.
Zul gets farmed by Falstad, though. So Leoric would be in the 4-man then? And Falstad double soaking? Thank you again, Rav, for the raid. I appreciate it. Kerrigan will be your last pick on the right-hand side. Well, good aggression from both sides. I really actually don't know who I like more here. Let's get into the map. 11-6. Oh my god. Beautifully done, Rav. If you're rated in from Rav's channel, do consider following, sorry. We do have the follower mode on. It just helps us get rid of bots and stuff like that. Drop a follow if you're not already, and thanks again for the raid. If you need to post-stream and take care of yourself, eat some pizza, by all means, take care of yourself. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging out, and let's get into it. Map number 3, in our second of 3 best of 5s. We still got way more Heroes of Storm ahead of us, so lock in and focus in as we get into this map number 3. Towers of Doom, Russia on the left-hand side. Mayan Falstad, Panda J Stitches, Red on the Ariel, Ubi, Leoric, and players Yavala. Make for the side of Sweden will be your Junkrat. Burgle, Tyrande, Max Passion Diva, Skog on the Diablo, and Giaz is your Kerrigan.
The battle begin.
Or the battle will not begin. It looks like we have a small delay, so we'll go ahead and pull away the vision here, and we'll wait and see what we got. But get your gambles in. It looks like we got 11,500 already on the members of Sweden. And I lost my lunchbox. Thank you for the follow. There's an old meme that my friends had, my buddy and I had back in Her Majesty's Secret Service with that name. When the dude falls off the cliff and it just... There's a scene in Her Majesty's Secret Service, it's a James Bond movie, where a dude falls off a cliff and it stays on that dude for like a good 45 seconds. And I don't know why, but it's the funniest thing to me in that movie. It might not be 45. It might be like closer to 30 seconds. But there's a scene in Her Majesty's Secret Service where a dude goes off the cliff in the skiing scene, and the camera's just on him for so long, and it cracks me up so much. All right. We have no knowledge as to what's going on. I would assume a player's maybe in the bathroom still or something. I don't know, but we'll get going into this game. You still have some good time on your Twitch prediction. You hate to say it, but you like the Russian team better. Why do you hate to say it? Nothing wrong with rooting for a team based off their draft. All right, readies are out. Let's get back into it. So we've gone through pretty much everything outside of the talents. We'll talk about those in a moment. We want to see, the big question is, does the first Sentinel hit?
Fight.
Ooh, no first Sentinel kiss. Moonlit Arrows, pro moves for the Diva. Oh, sorry, Full Metal. I always mix those two up. Full Metal for the Diva. Pro moves is purple, that's why. Extra wound timers for the Junkrat. We have your Feast on Fear Diablo. Kerrigan with her Fury of the Swarm. It is going to be Consume Vitality Leoric. A Vala going into Creed of the Hunter. Patchwork Creation. Frequent Flyer. And Searing Light for the Ariel. Your Leoric is putting some pressure onto Diva, forcing her back in top lane based on the mini-map movements. We do have sappers on the left and right side being worked on. Sentinel goes out. Looks like Leoric did get the Diva mech. She'll go ahead and step up and get a bit of damage onto Ubi, but Fort Gate took a minimal amount of damage as a big shot goes out. Kerrigan going to be trying to double soak into mid lane against the Falstad as well, so we will see a bit more rotation action coming out from Falstad and Kerrigan on this map to try and get both of their level 1 or baseline stackage. Kerrigan baseline stackage, by the way, was increased. The damage values did not change, but it was, I guess you could say, nerfed in a sense, because you now need 100 stacks for the 125 additional damage, and now 250 stacks for the 200 additional damage. I believe it used to be 85 and 150 for those two thresholds, but now increased by a decent amount. 1, 2, 3 sappers make it in. Left side sappers, I do believe, were cleared out as a rotation to mid lane. Could be the death of Leoric. Will he be able to get the Wraithwalk activation? Absolutely. Is there an overpower? Beautiful double back in that Wraithwalk from Leoric as a hook lands onto Diablo. He'll be pulled to the side, overpowers this Vala, and body blocks a little bit. Hunter's Mark applied. Diablo comes in with a Shadow Charge, and Vala will be losing 5% on her Gambit, down to 20% for that bonus attack speed. Falstad jumping into top lane to catch a little bit more soak, and as I mentioned, pick up a bit more on that level 1. Looks like there'll be a Sentinel thrown from south side. It will get vision of the enemies on this camp. Diva, I don't think she's going to be able to really get this, and the enemies are not going to rotate in. It's actually Panda J with Shambling Horror active, but will not be taken down by the enemies of Team Sweden. Another Sentinel thrown to the top lane. Diva's not going to be able to boost into this. And triple altar phase, as always, would be the first one. The RNG location is whether it's in center or in the bottom, and this time it's coming up in the bottom location. Diva boosting into the Sapper camp here to try and push them back, so the activation of their charge doesn't come through. Max Passion! Chunked and taken down. The Last auto from Falstead will confirm the last bit of damage needed onto the pilot form.
Go forward.
Overpower from Diablo. Ren going for channel interrupted as they back off over with the allies in lane. Would have been a delay from Junkrat either way. Falstead stepping up in the top right. Harassing Gia. Diva death timer relatively low early in the game, so she'll be able to get back into the top area and make it a 2v2 around this objective. Left side was channeled by Leork. The 40-0 dream is alive for the members of Team Russia as Diablo Shadow Charge onto Panda J to tame a strike into the wall with repeated defense range increase, and Kerrigan will get this channel. The 40-0 dream is dead. Just like my belief that this is my year, it's already over. No. We'll see who's able to get the last 4 shots of the subjective phasing. Oh, 52 stacks of the Falstead. His first milestone at the 60 mark. The tame strike onto the Diablos. He will be full on souls. Concussion Mine blasting Panda J to the right-hand side. Multi-shots on the Vala firing out. Make getting his channel. On the subjective, Firestorm from Diablo. Shattering Teeth level 4 for the Junkrat with the Sticky Wicket level 7. Max Passion will lose another mech in the top lane. Big shot onto Leork as he Wraith walks in. Max Passion running to the right-hand side. Drain will be applied, but I don't think... Oh, wait, Falstead flies in. Big shot from Diva. Barrel roll. Damage. Bye-bye! But hold on. That's going to be Diablo coming with the Shadow Charge. Overpower Kerrigan ravaging in and looking for more damage onto Ubi. The hook misses from Panda J, and we will see a trade in top lane. Falstead being pressured, and this is Concussion Mine pushing Ariel back. Tyrande gets onto the point. She has 1 stack on Lunar Blaze, which is the baseline quest and talent. 40 stacks in total can be totally picked up here, as that is going to be Diablo coming with the Shadow Charge. Kerrigan with a Primal Grasp, Impaling Blades, and Ariel falls as well. Sentinel hits onto Stitches, and that's what it's going to do. 4-2 in kills. That laugh means that the boss, the Headless Horseman, is up and available. And you'll see Diva working on the top lane wave. Leork grabbing some of the experience in lane as well. But let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, as Kerrigan is almost at the 100 mark for her first milestone. And this Falstead in the bush. He gets a Lightning Rod applied. Barrel rolls to the side. Here comes Diablo. Has the angle. Lunar Flare misses. Kerrigan combo misses, but she ravages in and is able to get the kill. That's going to be a 5th kill to the side of Team Sweden. They hit 10 talents here faster because of this. Apocalypse, Micro Missiles, Starfall, Ultralisk, and I'm assuming Riptire. We did have a rocket ride last weekend from... Oh gosh, I'm blanking on the player name who did it. I think it was on Team Poland. Mopsio. That was it. Mopsio did it like last weekend, I think it was. Or maybe the weekend before, but either way. And it did win. They were the stronger team overall in that matchup, though. Heroic on the left-hand side is going to be here as well. Gust, Gorge, Crystalagus, Entomb, and Rain of Vengeance, I assume. And I'm right on all of those. Not surprising, but those are pretty common. Kerrigan ravaging on the full set again. My god, this Falstead is just getting beaten up left and right. Leoric falls as well. Diva loses mech, so they get a half kill in that department. But this is 28-36, favoring the members of Team Sweden by 8 shots on a core. Kerrigan with 145 stacks at 6-minute 30. Riptire from Junkrat, not going to find any damage onto the enemies. It does zone them back a little bit, I do believe, and the minion wave will be cleared out. Next objective will be center and bottom locations. Diva getting her mech back, as you hear in the background. This is going to be Ubi stepping into this camp. Kerrigan's making her rotation up. Diablo on the other side. Diva has Mecha Explosion. Ubi will take down... Just Defense Matrix is active. Here comes Diablo. Nice Wraithwalk activation from Ubi. Overpower. Nope. Kerrigan, as I said, she's over that first milestone. No stacks lost upon death or anything like that for her. Multi-shot does go out. Oof. And just like that, I mean, there's more kills than minutes in the game. 9 total. So we do have 7-2, though. Ooh, the members of Sweden already pulling ahead in the kill experience department. I'm assuming everything else is pretty much equal. Minions is slightly ahead. Mercenaries is slightly ahead. Passive, obviously, the same. Structure slightly ahead. Heroic is a big chunk right there with 3,000. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Center and bottom locations. Can 8 shots go into the core of Russia, or will it be a 4-4 trade?
The altars have risen. Activate them now.
So, Vala going for channel. No interrupt onto her. And so it is traded 4-4. Micro missiles. Primal Grasp, Impaling Blade, Gust from False Day, Riptire comes out. There's a Gorge onto the Kerrigan. That was a really weird interaction with the Detainment Strike from Ariel into Diablo, but it's still going to be Stitches taking down Ariel. Boom! That has to be a low overkill, right? What? 310, actually, yeah. 310 Apocalypse from Diablo has been activated. Kerrigan will be able to ravage into the Vala. And that'll also be Ultraless for a follow-up stun. Leoric is still alive. No Finland achieved by Sweden, but that's bottom lane Bell Tower taken down. Sappers are going to be grabbed just above that as well. Ultralisk is going to be chilling, and that is a single altar in the bottom of the map. Next up, 5 shots could be flying into the core of Team Russia as Sweden. I don't know if you know, they were waking up in map 1, or it's just way better play as the series has progressed for them. Keep in mind, as I keep mentioning, this is a single elimination bracket. If you lose your series, that's it. You're done. There's no lower bracket to fight through. This is the lower bracket to fight through, basically. This is the last chance qualifier. You do have the blinding flash for the Ariel, by the way, so having a blind at the center of the Sacred Sweep. No Majestic Span or Righteous Assault at 1 and 4, which we sometimes see paired into that. And Leoric will respawn on top. It is a 2-level difference, talent tier advantage. 104 stacks for the Falstad. 236 on the Kerrigan. As Diva has her emergency shielding. Pilot mode? No, she went into pew, pew, pew at level 13. Gus from Falstad, and it actually, Diablo kind of weirdly hugs the wall with that one. Vala and Tyrande were kind of running up with each other, as Gia will be taken down, I do believe. No way! Falstad dies? I can't believe that. I absolutely cannot believe that. When is the Taco Bell Cup? When I get off my ass and answer Yanthor's email about sponsoring a Heroes of Storm tournament. Which, by the way, I need to get around to doing that. I am trying to organize a Heroes tournament sometime this year. And we did have one of our community members was offering up some prize pool money, so. What's up, Fro? How you doing today, bud? It probably won't be called the Taco Bell Cup. It probably will not be called that. It's definitely also not going to be Baja Blast, Splish Splash, Summer's Bash. Heroes Extravaganza. It's not going to be that again. I also need to reach out to Corsair and see if they'll give us something to give away during that tournament. Kerrigan combo onto Ubi. Wraith walks to the side. Micro misses for the slow. Kerrigan, just ravaging onto the minion wave. Why not? Because it was a meme that I had for a long time, and I did it, and it's done. The only way I'd do the Taco Bell Cup is if Taco Bell legit sponsored it. They could give me like $1,000, and that'd be enough. Hell, they could give us $500, and that would be enough. Max Passion denies any poke damage. That is 10 shots to 3. 9 to 25 in these core HPs, and Team Sweden running away with Towers of Doom. This is going to be the map choice of Team Sweden, by the way, if you're curious. The members of Team Russia opted in for first pick priority after losing the previous map. Mech Explosion does get the activation. Kerrigan ravaging in, Gust to push back the enemies. Riptire coming through, the Apocalypse from Diablo. Burgolt will be able to get the Starfall activated. Now it's Kerrigan ravaging onto Leoric. Tunnels are opening up at the center of the map. A hook lands onto the Tyrande again. A big slam of Vala follow-up, and that'll be at least a 5th kill to the side of Russia, but it still is a 9-kill difference between these two teams. Falstead flying into bottom lane. Diablo has the Shadow Charge into overpower into another Shadow Charge as well. This Falstad so very chunked as the Rain of Vengeance misses. Kerrigan gets a Primal Grasp, no Impaling Blade hits, but that is going to be Sabricamp cleared out of bottom lane. Hey Blizzard, hire Baja for the BlizzCon Classic Cup? Yeah, Blizzard should hire me for the BlizzCon Classic Cup, indeed. It's almost like I've been casting and supporting this community since 2019. Actually, earlier than that, but yeah.
Heroes.
Now is my time. Please don't hire old HCC casters that don't cast the game nor care about it. Please don't do that.
Take the altars and put an end.
Flank from Diablo into Falstad, maybe? Gust comes out. Make is able to get the Concussion Mine to the side. Falstad trying to barrel roll away. And the left and the right bell towers will be traded. I think Devo's trying to delay on a little bit. 5 HP remains on the core of Russia in this map number 3. And as I said, it's a best of 5. You got to win by 3. So even if Sweden wins this, there's still a chance for Russia to equalize and take us to a map 5 in the follow-up map that is coming up next. But let's see what we get going on here, because it does seem like the curve is closing on this map number 3. That's going to be repeated defense finished out for the extra damage. The 30% range knockback is going to be passively picked up when you do get the talent. Is it? Yeah, it's 250, right? Yeah, 250. Well, no control of an enemy bell tower. I do see a ping on this top lane keep, because we did get the post 12 minutes, so we do have keep's values and center teleport upgrade. That's also an easy way to tell, by the way, if it's ever, the structures have ever upgraded. If the center teleport's opened up, then obviously keeps are in play. One sapper makes it in. Boss has been taken off the map earlier. 17 seconds on that cooldown, though. So the boss will be available after this, or during this objective phase, or at least during the count. Oh, Gia hooked, Gorge. Diablo comes in with a Shadow Charge to follow it up. Wallbang, Lunar Flare misses. Riptide from the Junkrat, Falstad flying in. Gust back the enemies. 20 talents here on the right side. Timing attack, Psionic Shift, Hellgate. That's going to be your Elun's Wrath, Celestial Wrath, as well as the Riptire Extra Oomph. Toronto with 5 stacks baseline, which is a bit rough. Concussion Mine. So 1 bell tower needed for victory. Hellgate from Diablo onto the Stitches. He will finish out his devastating charge, level 13. Big Apocalypse onto a few enemies. This is going to be Starfall from Tyrande with that Celestial Wrath, as I mentioned. Sentinel goes out to the left-hand side. Mecha Explosion pushed back by a Tame Strike. Gia coming in. That's the Diablo getting credit for the kill into the Stitches. Make gets the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, Team Sweden is 1 map away from finding victory in this best of 5 series to move on to the grand finals against, guess who? Sweden! Woo! My gosh. Today's games are so good, and we still have so much ahead of us. Come on, Braxis map 4. Come on, Braxis map 4. Or maybe like Sky Templar Tomb. Can we just not? I just don't want Shrines or Battlefield. I just really don't want to. We've done so much Infernal Shrines and so much Battlefield of Eternity. Please give me some more variety. Alright, you know the spiel, chat? As I've been saying for the last 4 hours and 20 minutes. Alright. Infernal Shrines, everybody. This is going to be on the left-hand side. The members of Team Russia. On the right side, it will be Team Sweden. Team Sweden just needs to find victory here to be able to push themselves into the grand finals for the for the last chance qualifier. My name's Bahamut. If you didn't know, welcome on in, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, a phenomenal afternoon. So I thought some audio stuff changed on my end here. Let me just take a look at this really quickly. Sound settings. Did Windows change my mic? I feel like it did. Nope, it's all good. Just I'm crazy. Medivh will be banned, Mephisto banned, Maiev banned. A lot of M's. Are we going to continue the trend? Nope, it's Augur. So, if Russia, who has first pick, can take a map here, this will be a map number 5, and we'll see where we go in for that one. This is going to, of course, since the first pick goes over the side of Team Russia, Sweden will be having map choice of Infernal Shrines. Deathwing, first pick is a ballsy choice. Zul'jin still up. Karazim is up. I think Karazim into Deathwing is a bit underrated. Granted, you could go into Draconic Might for the protection value. Curse Bullet Greymane makes a lot of sense. Chen will be grabbed as well. Alright, we'll see some Chen action. Man, Brian's missing out today. A lot of Chen action. Oh, with the Deathwing. Alex Straza technically is one of the heroes that can heal Deathwing. She can spawn regeneration globes if she goes into the Circle of Life Abundance level 1, and you can spawn a globe for Deathwing that way. But it looks like it'll be an Anduin and Sergeant Hammer with the Deathwing. Okay. Sweden, what are we looking at here for a ban? I think it's a main tank Deathwing, personally. I think you maybe want to ban... Oh! Target ban onto Ubi Samuro. I believe it's Ubi Samuro. I'm pretty sure they're the one that plays it. Malthiel's been played. Tychus is up. Zul'jin is up. Gul'dan will be banned. I don't hate that Gul'dan ban. Mephisto's out. Jaina onto Sergeant Hammer can be kind of a nuisance. I don't know what they really want here. Do they just go heavy dive? Do they maybe pick up an Arthas? Arthas wouldn't be too bad, I don't think, actually. Howling Blast, and you can step up onto the hammer.
Yitar, guide my path.
My boy! My boy! Alright. Muradin with the Karazim. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Cho'Gall for Russia? I could see it. Will it happen? I doubt it. I don't think you really want to take a Cho'Gall into a Greymane and a Karazim and a Muradin and stuff. I don't think you really want that. I don't know what they want here, really.
For the Alliance.
Mal'Ganis and Jaina. Okay. Last pick on the right side. You got Chen Solane, Greymane, Muradin, Karazim. I don't think you want a Zul'jin here. I could see Zul'jin working.
I hear the call.
I'll grab the Nazeebo to wrap things up. All right. Some Splaters. Some Toads. Maybe Things of the Deep. Huh. Well, we'll see if the members of Team Sweden can take a 3-1, or if Russia will rally and take us into the illustrious map number 5. Let's get into it. Infernal Shrines, map 4, second of 3 best of 5s today. Left side of the map is Russia. We've got a Mayon, Jaina, Panda J, Mal'Ganis, Ubi on the Deathwing, Ren on the Anduin, and player is your Sergeant Hammer. Could be the final map for their tournament run, unless they can turn things around against Team Sweden, who just need this Infernal Shrines victory with their Karazim, played by Bergult, Gia, Nazeebo, Skog, Muradin, Max Passion Chen, and a Make Greymane.
Begins in 10 seconds.
I want to say before Nations Cup 3 years ago, there's a crazy clip from Alterac Pass with Max Passion steals a fallen shaman and then still gets away too. Let's see. Fingers of Frost for the Jaina. That's going to be your Winged Guard for the Mal'Ganis. Dragon Soul, Deathwing, Lightwell Anduin, and Advanced Artillery for the Hammer. Give them the Axe for the Muradin. You got your Widowmaker's Nazeebo, Iron Fist Karazim, the standard, Viciousness Greymane, and Chen. Freshest ingredients. Eye of the Tiger, Storm Stout Secret Recipe, Molten Flame from Deathwing out of the minion wave. Nazeebo Zombie Wall does hold them in place for a moment. And it will be your Chen heading to top lane. First Punisher will be Arcane in the bottom lane. And And it is going to be left and right Sapper camp started, or sorry, Impaler camp started. Now Gannis and Murden trading some damage here and there as Nazeebo will throw some spiders out onto Sergeant Hammer to get some free stackage, and then he's going to be able to auto-attack into the wave. Get his damage over time mark. There's him dashing into an ally, dashing to an enemy. Stormbolt's good. Now Gannis Night Rush onto a few enemies. This is one thing I was trying to remember. Yes, it does have a passive slow on it, or a baseline slow, so Thunderclap into autos to get those stacks from Murd and baseline, as he does have 6 of the 40 for the Piercing Stormbolt. Keep an eye on Skog here and see how quickly they can get up to that 40 mark. And typically you want to get to it before level 10. If you're a bit behind, if you're not hitting 40 by 10, it's a bit of a bummer. I don't like the baseline hammer time. I really want that reverted. I've said it many times, but a man can dream. Alright, so level 4 is coming up soon. Jaina does, by the way, have a mythic on her baseline now, so you have the 12,000 for the improved ice block, and then the ice cold at 30,000, allowing Jaina to move while casting as well. Stormbolt misses onto Panda. A Thunderclap goes down. Murden tries to get a couple more autos in. He gets 1 stack for slowed or rooted enemies, and 2 stacks for stunned enemies. Doing. This is the Stormbolt. Ren taking a few auto attacks out from Kerosene. Hammer sets up a siege and gets caught by Nazeebo. Zombie wall. Kerosene, sorry, my god, Kerosene. Jaina will be able to take down the Greymane. It looks like she was trying to invade the Greymane on that camp and won't be able to invade the camp and steal it away, but does manage to get the first kill for the team. Team Russia with the lead in that experience. They haven't gotten their left side camp, though, their Fallen Shaman. And it is going to be bottom lane Impaler that was picked up, but Gia should be able to easily clear this. It's going to be a little bit of damage onto Fort Gate. How do we do on the gamble? There's odds. That's what I like to see. Muradin already hit 18 stacks. Not too bad for him. Alright, there's the Arcane Punisher started out at bottom. Kerosene already working on a few of these skeletal defenders as a zombie wall around the Sergeant Hammer. And they'll be caught inside, forcing the Leap of Faith for Manduin's 70-second cooldown. Five to 12 in skeletal defenders, still favoring Sweden. Hammer setting up. She did go into Siege Tactics level 4 for the Neo Steel Plating. Now Gannis with his Echoes of Doom. When Necrotic Embrace expires, it explodes again for 86 damage. For each enemy hero hit, gain 5 mana, reduce the cooldown of Necrotic Embrace by 0.75. Does not wake sleeping targets. Hammer and friends look like they're going to get this objective. Meanwhile, Chen and Greymane push up top lane. They do have the 7 talent here. Deathwing dropping down to top for his defense. And you do have your blinding speed for the Kerosene. Decrease the Radiant Dash cooldown by 2 seconds and increase the number of dashes or charges by 1. Elusive Brawler for the Chen. He did go into that freshest ingredients. And he's going to be having the Fortifying Brew, reduce the Fortifying Brew cooldown by 2 seconds, and 50% of his shield persist indefinitely after drinking, which has a good synergy with Deadly Strike. Hammer zoning the Murden a little bit. Punisher getting some decent siege. Team Russia with the Sergeant Hammer. Not looking too bad. Greymane, is he coming in for this flank? It's a very ambitious flank here. Make, Inner Beast is active. Lunges out onto the minion wave. And a Kona Colt from Jaina coming out. Skog gets some assistance from that zombie wall. I gotta say, Gia, that timing on the zombie wall was beautiful for Skog to disengage. That was actually so on point right there. Deathwing clears mid. Probably using Molten Flame for that most of the time. He's got full energy, just waiting for it all lined up, and burn a nation. Mid lane Punisher Mortar coming up at the 7-minute 20-something. Jaina needs 3 more globes. She cannot overstack on that level 1. But when she does get the globe, she will have the damage bonus from Frostbite increased by 10%, and also you have the mana regen increased by 2. Gusset Blast from Hammer pushes back the Bird, and the zombie wall once again captures the Hammer, but a Leap of Faith will be used by this Anduin as Greymane is going to join in. Murden door tossing in. The Jaina's low, and she gets swiped to death. Kerosene, though, will be traded in this moment, so it is 1 for 1. 2 to 1 in kills overall as Deathwing drops in the bottom lane. Ubi Gonna get caught by the zombie wall of Nazebo. As our Chen in mid lane is gonna be setting up for Mortar Punisher. Oh no, sorry, it's gonna be rotating up to top lane. Mortar Punisher will be in the mid lane. We still have another minute and some change until the announcement. What do we got for heroics on the left side, though? Bellowing Roar, Napalm Strike, Ring of Frost, Carrion Swarm, and Light Bomb, I assume? Dark Conversion. Okay, alright. Ravenous Spirit, the big slappy ghost. Chen does manage to chase down the Jaina here with Wandering Keg. It looks like it was used. Greymane will be picked off by the Deathwing in top lane in trade. As it is Curse Bullet for the Greymane, Avatar, Ravenous Spirit, and the 7-sided Strike Kerosene. And Anduin's still holding... He's not going to go Holy Word Salvation, is he? Is he really? I mean, but there's like Wandering Keg, Stormbolt. Yeah, there isn't a ton to interrupt Holy Word Salvation. But I don't think you want it either way. I'm just staring at Anduin's question mark. I'm like, come on, bud. Holy Word Salvation, Chad. Come on. The more and more I think about it, the more and more I think it can be utilized. And then Light of Stormwind level 20 is big. Alright, Fallen Shaman, top left and right. Impaler Campus here in mid lane. Toads are going out. Vine Star thrown out as well. Jane in the top lane, harassed a little bit by the Chen. Deathwing dropping down. Chen picks up some brew. Flying kick over the wall. Elusive Brawler's active. Chen has Wandering Keg if he really needs to pop it, and he will. Bellowing Roar misses. Cataclysm in from Deathwing across the team fight. Ring of Frost from Jaina goes down. There's going to be an Avatar from Murd and 7-sided Strike from the Kerosene. Ravenous Spirit, the big slappy goes slapping up the enemies. This player is going to be taking a lot of damage. The Ravenous Spirit will expire, but no kill. Onto the Sergeant Hammer. The Dark Conversion was utilized as well. Greymane falls. Holy Word Salvation is utilized at the end of the fight here. And Team Russia, will they be able to get this objective? Stormbolt in, Siege Tactics will be the counter. Panda J gets a Night Rush out. Kerosene dashing onto the ally. Murden, by the way, 4 stacks away from getting his piercing Stormbolt value in a 0.5 second cooldown per auto. Punisher lands a splash stun onto Panda J. Sidewall being taken down, 1 tower as well. Jaina's done with her Fingers of Frost. She does have 16,000 on that baseline, so she has the improved ice block. Looking for the 30,000 for the ice cold. Uh-oh, Stormbolt. Nice leap of faith into the ice block right there. Wandering Keg from Chen rolling around. Enough to share from him. As the Ring of Frost finds the Greymane, he's going to take a bit of damage. Big Cone of Cold value as the enough to share is going to help out a little bit. Bottom lane fork goes down to Deathwing. Murden Dwarf Toss on the side, and the Punisher's cleared out. Elusive Brawler from Chen as he's looking to back away, gets hit with a Fell Claws. Bellowing Roar pushes Murden up. Chen tries to drink up some brew, but he'll be taken down by the Sergeant Hammer, and Nazebo pushing up the top lane wave. 111 stacks for the Nazebo. He did go into Big Voodoo level 4, goes into the Ice Block level 13. Bronzebeard Rage for your Greymane, for the Murden, sorry. Greymane's going to be going on to the Prowl. Kerosene with the Quicksilver, so the Radiant Dash ally gives Kerosene and the target 30% bonus movement speed for 3 seconds. As Kerosene gets a few punches onto Ubi. Hammer looking to push up mid lane wave. And our third Punisher will be coming up in the bottom of the map around 12 minutes in game time. Frozen Punisher, Fort Gate over here is pretty good. Team Rush is making a case for a map number 5, and I am not against it at all. You know me, Chad. I will cast 15 games. I will lose my voice. I don't care. I love this game. Icy Veins for the Jaina. Ruination, Deathwing, Hyper Thrusters, Enchant Boots, Lion Speed. You're also going to be having your Deep Sleep for the Mal'Ganis with the increased Night Rush's duration by 0.75 seconds and movement speed bonus by 10. Deathwing in top lane. Cataclysm, 7-sided Strike, and Greymane Cursible and stuff. I wonder if Make will consider Gilnean Roulette. I doubt it. But it could be nice. Well, I mean, like, Blunderbuss, I don't think you're going to see Tooth and Claw. If it was Tooth and Claw, I think we would be having, like, Wizard Duels and stuff. That's going to be a dark conversion on Make. Bell Claws come through as well. Panda J heals it to full with that dark conversion. Now Muradin with his avatar active is trying to back away. Another cleansing, or sorry, no cleansing dash yet. But is that speed increase as well for Max Passion and friends? And they're able to disengage. Meanwhile, Nazeebo, bottom lane, 134 stacks for him. And the next objective, we'll see the announcement just about now-ish. Or maybe I'm 20 seconds off. I can't remember. It's been an intense day of casting. And thanks for joining us. Alright, there's the activation of your Punisher in bottom lane. As I mentioned, the Frozen Punisher. Nazeebo's been just slowly pushing back this wave, playing it very safe, getting baseline stacks, but it's 16 talents here on both sides. As Greymane, what are we looking at here? He did go on the Prowl at level 13 with the Inner Beast. Inner Beast increases movement speed by 30% once it's been active for 3 seconds. Chen's going to be going to the Flying Leap. You've got Muradin with the Dwarf Launch. You've also got your Soul Harvest on the Nazeebo, 15-second cooldown. The big one's the Cleansing Touch for the Karazim. As Blind as a Bat for the Mal'Ganis was picked up, you do have your Numbing Blast for the 0.75-second root. Looks like objective has been started. Third objective of the map, leaning in favor of Team Russia. Top lane fort did go down. Looks like we got a small pause going on here, so let's go ahead and pull away the vision of the map and see what we got going on for stats right now. Karazim is just punching an Ancient Dragon and it makes him go away. Yeah. Kill. Even if you were 10,000 years old, if a small man started punching you, don't you think you would walk away too? I can't deal with this nuisance. Small little pause. Muradin, by the way, we didn't mention it, but he does have the first reward for the It's Hammer Time. He's still got another 100, less than 100 stacks actually now. Mid lane fort has gone down during all of this. 5,000 damage needed for Jaina for her Ice Out. Right? Ice Out? Ice Cold. 158 for Nazeebo. Good trajectory for him for his baseline stackage. That's 20 talent here is 3 levels away just about. Some spiders. Trigger the jump over, and it's going to be over onto the Muradin. Camp on the left-hand side will be stolen away. Deathwing will be clearing out top lane, and Chen in the mid lane is going to harass the Sergeant Hammer. Beautiful Wandering Keg displacement. Leap of Faith pulls the back end. Ring of Frost connecting onto Nazeebo and this Chen. We have an avatar from Muradin. He has the well-tapped healing over time. Karazim's the one to be taken down. Chen is taken down by Chen. Team Russia gets the double kill, making it 7-4. Ravenous Spirit to try and take some down, but Nazeebo needs to cancel. Deathwing drops down the Dark Conversion. I think it was actually, didn't have the range on it or something, but that is Nazeebo picked off by Anduin. Mid fort has gone down, and now Keep Gate being opened up. If the Punisher's mid lane, that'd be a huge advantage for Russia. As we're taking a look at the minimap, waiting patiently to see where it is going to be. It's 30 seconds after the Punisher dies is where it previews, and when the Punisher dies, it's a 3-minute until the next Punisher is contestable, or 2-minute 30 from when it pops up on the minimap is another way to do it as well. Top lane will be the next Punisher, almost 17 minutes in game time, just shy of it. Deathwing did take flight, getting some health and armor plating back. Mid lane keep is completely taken down. No mid lane fort on the left-hand side. Wandering Keg onto Panda J. Leap of Faith is going to be the answer. Birded Dwarf tossing in deep. There's going to be Divine Star. Wandering Keg expires. There's an Avatar activation, but the Ring of Frost, one auto from Anduin will be enough to take down this Muradin. This could be a GG moment. 7-star strike from Panda J, or onto Panda J. Gets the Dark Conversion. It's Karazim falling. It's going to be Greymane next to go down. The Chen falls as well, and Team Russia advance in to the core threshold. There's no kill onto Nazeebo, I believe. Core shielding is broken. Holy Word Giga Chad salvation from Ren, and this is, ladies and gentlemen, Cho'Gall Champions. We getting ourselves a map number 5 in this best of 5 semifinal matchup. The winner of the next map will be heading into the grand finals for this last chance qualifier. You love to see it. All right, we are 17 subs from our goal. If you'd like to help us hit that, if you're enjoying yourself here, if you're like, damn, this is some quality casting, how can I support? You can use your Prime Gaming. You can start a Tier 1 sub reoccurring, which helps us get more Partner Plus opportunities. We have a great Tier 2 and Tier 3 alert as well. And we got some silly gifted sub alerts if you'd like to take advantage of those and help us hit our sub goal. But thank you, everyone, for being here. We're going to run a block of ads, and when those ads are done, we're going to find out what map we're going to, and we're going to see the draft as well. 40 heroes will be unavailable. Actually, 44 heroes will be unavailable once the picks begin. And I will see what we got going on. There's not a lot of maps left. There's 6 maps left. There's quite a few, actually. Let's get into the ads and figure out where we're going to for map 5. Choo-choo, everybody! We are here ready to rock and roll into map 5 in our second of 3 best of 5s. And we're going to wrap this one up with a Battlefield of Eternity. We got Team Russia on the left in the blue, Team Sweden on the right in the red. And we are going to be seeing first pick going over the side of Sweden 2 as the losing team. Excuse me, I drank that way too fast. Sweden 2 on the right-hand side with first pick. Map choice coming out from the members of Team Russia. Yes, that is correct. So what are we going to be seeing here? There's 40 heroes unavailable. At the end of the bans, we're going to be having 44 unavailable of the 90 heroes. Simply Serena. Thank you so much for the clarification. I hope you had a good stream, bud. And as I said, if you need to post stream and take care of yourself, grab some food, grab I don't know, some pizza or something, by all means. But if you're hanging out with us, awesome. I hope you enjoy the games and the casting, because we do have another best of 5 coming up after this. We still have a ton more action. We have at least 4 more maps today. We could potentially see 6 more maps. We'll see what ends up happening here. Thanks again for the raid. I hope your hero stream was awesome. So Medivh, Maev, Samuro, and Hogger will all be target banned. Battlefield of Eternity. A lot of the race heroes have already been played. Hanzo, Genji, Li Ming, Greymane's been played. Raynor, I think, has been played as well. I'm not actually sure about that one. I know he's played at some point today. Can't remember if it was the first series or this one. It's all blending together. We've done 9 maps so far. Lucio will be in the house, though. Lunara's up. She can race. Arthas is an immediate pickup. Wow, that was quick for Russia. Callie!
Yes.
Congratulations on your 90 watch streak. We've had some big watch streaks lately. I think the highest I've seen is 115. Big watch streaks coming through. And thank you all for your continued support, and I appreciate you greatly. Can't thank you enough for how much you support the channel and the community. So Raynor wasn't played yet. Okay, so he's going to be picked up here for the side of Russia. I don't hate the Raynor at all. I think the Arthas is really good for this map. What are we going to get, though, on the right-hand side? Do we just get a lock-in Cho'Gall right here? Just slap that Cho'Gall. Slap that Cho'Gall. I don't think you want to Cho'Gall this.
For the frozen throne.
Tracer and a Nubarak. You got Cocoon maybe onto Arthas, but then Raynor just breaks that out quickly, so maybe you Cocoon the Raynor. Tracer sustained damage is pretty decent. Of course, you got to be, aware of the Arthas Frozen Tempest for the attack speed and movement speed debuff, but Tracer has a lot of mobility with Lucio as well. Ban-wise, maybe a solo lane ban? Like, Imperius is still available, and I think he's fantastic for this map, and that'd be an easy ban unless you plan on taking it. They get rid of the Orphea. Her poke and mobility is not too bad either, so don't hate the ban onto that. Right side, what are we going to get rid of? Could be a target healer ban. Ariel's been played. Morales is up. She'd be a rare pickup, but it could be. Could see Morales here.
A limousine and a pizza.
I forgot.
It's incredible! It's gonna be some kind of a record! Everyone loves a Slinky! You gotta get a Slinky! 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 Go, Slinky, go!
I don't know why, but every time I hear that, it makes me think of Covert Muffin, and I don't know why, but it does. Freaky, thank you for the 3 Tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you so very much for pushing the hype train further along, summoning Jim Carrey to talk about Slinkies, as we do get a Varian and Uther. I honestly forgot. Wait, is this a Is this a Twin Blades variant? It could be C Smash, but this could be Twin Blades variant. If they go... Wait, no, it's Arthas solo lane, main tank variant with Uther as well. It could be C Smash. I think it's just gonna be Taunt.
Finally.
That's exciting. Alarak is always exciting. He does get played on this map quite a bit in this tournament. I just wasn't even thinking about Alarak. I love the control he's going to bring to the table. Sonya's not bad either. Could see a Wrath Berserker build with all of the slows and stuns and stuff, so Wrath Berserker could be really nice with the Sonya. Could just be a leap game to dive in and play off the Anub'arak, Burrow Charge, Impale, and such. Yeah, I want to hear Varian go, "Ah!"
Ready for duty.
I could see Twin Blades. I have a gut feeling it's gonna be Colossal Smash. If it's not Colossal Smash, I gift a sub. If it's anything else, you gift a sub. Anyone want to take me up on that bet? I think it's a C Smash game. If it's not, I gift a sub. If it is, you guys gift a sub. Want to take me up on it? Let's get into it. Yeah, the taunt into Tracer, but I don't like... You've got the Uther stun, but then you can also double up on that. So, you know, there's so much lockdown potential. I'm still gut feeling it's going to be a C-Smash game. Because you can use it on the Immortal. Sure? Bet? Alright. Come on, Varian. Come on, Varian. Pick C-Smash for me, bud. Left side of the map. Map number 5 in our second of 3 best of 5s today. Ren on the Uther for Team Russia. Player Zarya, Ubi, Arthas. Mai on the Rainer and Panda J, Varian. Right side, Sweden. Skog, Anub'arak, Max Passion, Sonya, Gia, Alarak, Burgult, Lucio, Make, Tracer. Parting Gift, Accelerando. Wave of Light. Frost Presence. Oh no, Lion's Maw is typically with a taunt. It is going to be your Exterminator. It's not a guarantee, but, you know, Lion's Maw is typically paired together with that. Legion of Beetles for the Anub'arak. We will have Together We Are Strong for the Zarya. Alarak and Sonya. Lightning. Extended Lightning level 1 for Alarak. And Sonya is what? Is she tough as nails? No, I doubt it. Rainer eats through that. I can see Warpaint. I can see Furious Blow. She's going to go tough as nails. It does have a faster recharge when you do have your trait active. And she is going into the Varian. I just think in the team fight, this is going to be a non-existent thing. Yes, the next enemy hero basic attack. It does get recharged. As I said, recharge is 200% faster when her trait is active. We're in the waiting game. Alarak, by the way, already has 1 stack on Extended Lightning. He's going to look for that triple. Triples are best. He's looking for the angle. He's so close. G is so close to getting that angle right there. It is a -10 sadism unless he finishes the talent. If he does finish it, he gets that 10 back. That's a lot of damage on the Zarya. She'll get the self-cast barrier. Varian trying to zone. Burgult coming in with the sound wave as well. More lightning surges go out. The Discord Strike misses onto Zarya. As Varian heads back into the top lane to soak up for the allies here. Wave of Light already on 21 of the 60 stacks. Particle grenades from Zarya firing out. Impale hits onto her. Howling Blast tries to find a hit onto, or a root onto Lucio. And a slam or two from Sonya. She whirlwinds onto the wave and clears that out. Tracer and Anub'arak are rotating into the top lane. Tons of damage on the Panda. He's dead. Night, Sweet Prince. As the Varian will be launched to the right-hand side of our map. Bottom lane, though, while that is all happening, this is going to be the Fort Gate taking a lot of damage. Hey, thank you all for taking part in the hype train. If you did, I appreciate it so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 2 hype trains today during this tournament casting. That's amazing. Thank you, everyone. Ah, it's taunt.
Be ready.
It's taunt. I gift sub. Okay. Give me 1 second here.
Nice shot.
And I got Rav as well, dude. That's beautiful. What a perfect snipe with the gifted sub alert. Alrighty. Wait, Panda? Dropping low here. Barrier applied. Varian charges in. Alarak is going to try and telekinesis to the side. Subwoofer from Lucio's done. Ubi is low, and they're not going to be able to get the kill onto Ubi. Mage! No way! Lucio goes down! And Team Russia pick up a triple kill. As...
Nice shot.
Wait, what? Oh, you bet Twin Blades. Well, I appreciate you gifting a sub, Hostile. Thank you. Thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub. Yeah, how fitting I got Rav with that snipe. So 46 stacks for the Uther. Arthas level 1 is at 7 of the 20, 58 of the 150 for your Arthas. A Behemoth armor at 2, 15 Lion's Maw. Your extended lightning at 2 of 3 stacks. Lightning barrage for negatively charged. Sorry, at level 4 is going to be at 3 stacks, and Tracer gets rooted and booted. How fitting that Cavs alert doesn't work.
Nice shot.
I shall march for hell.
Cav, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub as well. Thank you, Hostile, as well. Thank you all for the hype train. Thank you, Freaky, as well as Punk for the gifted subs. Thank you, everyone. I think Hostile had a 69-bit in there as well. Appreciate it. Permanent sadism reduction at level 7 with the applied force. No way of getting that 10% back. As the Immortal is pushing into the fort of top lane, a lot of damage is going to be coming through, and it could be the structure nearly taken down. It's already below 50%. We do have tons of damage on the Taunt and a Nubarak. This is going to be Team Russia looking to advance further into this lane. Howling Blast lands onto 3. 69 stacks on the level 4. Nicely done. Top lane fort goes down. The Immortal's cleared away. And we do have the slight, let's call it a half a level lead. 8 and some change to almost level 8. Howling Blast fishes. I thought Alarak actually completed his level 1 right there, but it was Uther finishing Wave of Light. And that actually, Alarak is done with his level 1, so he does get that 10 sadism back. So his max sadism currently can be 120 because you have baseline 90, and you can only, with the current talents and stuff, you can only get 30% for kills. That's a charge on to Alarak. Panda J is going to look to back away. As we are going to get heroic soon, let's cycle through the other numbers. Varian 1 stack for finishing his Lion's Maw. 6, almost 7 minutes in. Not bad. Palers were opening things up in top lane. There's the Lion's Maw completed. Let's just slow value. Did go into the Lion Heart level 7 for some extra heals off of the Lion's Maw hit. Or Lion's Fang, sorry. Arthas still working on top lane, and here comes our second Immortal phase. I mean, if the second Immortal phase goes the same as the first for Russia, it's looking like it might be a keep gate taken down, because the bottom lane fort is where it would be going into, and that's already damaged significantly. And even if, actually, if they do take down bottom lane fort, I believe it just becomes a coin toss, because there's no correlation to how far the waves are pushed up. Varian's going in with Barrier. He's going to give Zarya a little bit of energy. And so, unless there's some damage on the keep gate at bottom lane from the incoming minion wave, I believe the Immortal, if won by the side of Russia, is going to literally be a coin flip, because the lanes are equal, and minion wave has no correlation, as I mentioned. But let's see here. 10s on both sides. Hyperion, Syndragosa, Expulsion, and your Divine Shield. Varian, by the way, Warbringer, so you can charge every 4 seconds to enemies and allies, as well as enemy or allied minions too. Charge Taunt onto Tracer. Make gets chunked a little bit. Panda J is going to parry for a moment. It is Counter-Strike Quantum Spike for the Tracer, that deeper blue. High five Lucio, Wrath Berserker, as we talked about a draft, and Cocoon for your Nubrak. Lucio pushing up. There's going to be a Cocoon up to Zarya. The explosion up coming out. The Hyperion from Raynor as well. Divine Shield applied to the Raynor as he looks to get some more damage onto this Sonya. And she'll be stunned. Counter-strike from Alarak triggers, but no one taken down. Ruby low, and so is a few others. This is Raynor looking to back off behind the fort gate and tap well and get some heals, and it will be absolutely happening. The Fallen Shaman in top lane working on the fort, and it does have a decent minion wave. Hellhounds will be spawning momentarily from the Shaman for more siege value. Arthas going to head up there to defend. And Team Sweden, they pick up a kill, or they've got one kill. As Raynor's going to be displaced to the side from a telekinesis. 4 stacks for the Arthas needed. He does have 2 of the 3 rewards at the 5 and 10 mark, but Varian charging onto Tracer, chunking a little bit. The Immortal's still in the first phasing, so they will transition to new locations soon. Make getting a little bit more damage onto this north side Immortal. Howling Blast goes out. The high five from Lucio onto Nubrak, allowing him to burrow charge to the side. There's going to be a taunt from Varian, and Lucio's able to then high five away. Wrath Berserker from Sonya is active. And the Immortals are going to swap north-south positioning, so still vertically set up. Oh, good max range spear from Max Passion. Expulsion zone, Cocoon onto the Zarya. Pulse Bomb lands on the Panda J with that Quantum Spike for the percent-based damage. Ubi is low. And that's a double kill picked up by Sweden, making a triple onto Panda J. Or will it be? Speed Barrier from Zarya allowing Panda to back off. Is there a push off from Burgold? Absolutely. Panda may get pulled back by it. Wow, that telekinesis didn't hit. That was weird. So the variant doesn't fall, but it still is a double kill for the members of Sweden. And they will get this Immortal going into bottom lane with a pretty hefty shield. Nubrak resets for full mana. I don't know if he's going to go defend top. I think Sonya's going to probably pivot up there in a moment. She is currently chilling in bottom. No, okay. Alright. So, I think it's a call to take down top lane fort. They're not going to push with Immortal here. Nubrak spawns a couple beetles to take, or I guess to get onto the fort, but they literally don't even get an auto in. So top lane fort does go down. Two stacks for Arthas on literally the level 1 and the level 4. Behemoth armor at 21 for the Varian. 25 negatively charged stacks for your Alarak, by the way. If you're curious about the stats for that, here you go, I got you. Bonus damage 125%, and Extended Lightning is completed as well. 96 sadism currently. And he did go into Pure Malice level 13, where you get 10 sadism for allied deaths, max 40. So his now max sadism is what, 160, I believe, right? 120 plus 40, yep. Next Immortal phase, probably a minute or so away. Going to be spawning in another north-south positioning. Shattered Armor 13 is big for the Varian. A minus 10 armor, minus 15 armor for 4 seconds. Mortal Strike for the Varian as well to reduce healing. So no Juggernaut for him for 4% when he charges in. Just trying to reduce that healing onto enemies. It's a 40 for 4, right? 40 for 4? Yeah. Barrier onto Varian, but he is a little far away from his allies to set up a charge taunt. It was off cooldown, but just I don't think his allies were going to be stepping up. I think it was more of a zoning moment. As Alarak is going to poke out a little bit. Impale from a Nubrak doing the same. Bed of Barbs does have persisting damage, and also that 3.5 second duration. Yeah, 36 damage per second. Right and left Fallen Shamans, nearly simultaneous on those, but a Nubrak is set up for the defense. We naturally see the vision for the Immortals on the blue side, so Axes on the bottom, Shield on the top. If I were to swap vision control, then it would do exactly, they would swap as well. Sonya's gonna go push top lane, by the way. And no, she's just getting experience. I thought she was gonna like hard push the lane. Two kill difference. Russia and Sweden. Very close in experience. Call it maybe a quarter level. An amp up from Lucio's active. Telekinesis onto the Varian. He's going to be hit with a Pulse Bomb. The Divine Shield will be the answer to denying that Pulse Bomb. Quantum Spike, 6%? Yeah, 6%. Damage onto the Immortal from Sonya Tracer. Alarak is going to be coming in to help out as well. 16 talents here, slightly faster on the right side, but still has got most of the level to go, and we're going to be seeing a very close Immortal. It's around 600 HP difference. Where do the Immortals go? Equal or defensive sides or race sides? So it's defensive. Red on the right, blue on the left. Howling Blast finishes out its last stack under the Anub'arak with the Shattered Armor as well. We do have the Cinder Ghost coming through. The Cocoon onto the Zarya will be broken out. Hyperion from Raynor being summoned right now. Cleanse onto the Arthas as we're going to be seeing Expulsion Zone, unfortunately pushing Alarak away. But this does open up the opportunity for this Immortal to be picked up by Team Russia, which, honestly don't know which lane is more pushed in, but we'll check that in a moment, as this is going to be a Anub'arak burrowing in once again. The Impale landing, Red Berserker, big Pulse Bomb damage, double kill picked up onto Raynor and the Arthas. As now Varian wants to step up for the last little bit of damage. He gets pushed to the side by the Savage Spin. The Uther will fall. He's got some Ghost Heals. Player is going to be stunned out, and that's going to be Panda J falling as well. This is a
Finland!
Immortal heads to top lane as the bottom lane has a scratch on one tower. But now there's a quick call for a bottom lane forward. Anub'arak has Beetles to summon, and he does have his Epic Enter level 16 Alarak with the big Lightning Barrage. That's actually a huge talent for him. Up the frequency for Lucio. You've got your heavy-handed Tracer and Sonya with the Giant Slammer. And there's Sonya slamming, jamming, working on this top lane Immortal. The enemy the enemy of Russia will be able to get their 16s as they respawn and get into lanes, but they're not going to be able to push with the Immortal. It'll find minute damage. Maybe not minute, but I think it's going to get most of the keep gate. What's the story behind Finland? Wrong button pushed on my stream deck. That's it. Banner Varian, by the way, Banner of Stormwind for the 25% movement increase, last 12 seconds. Arthas with the Remorseless Winter, Benediction. You've got your Cleansing Shield, as well as Raynor picking up Paint Them Red. Alright, well, we're on the trajectory for 20 as Varian and friends. Shh, they're setting up the push party. They're setting up the push party, chat. Setting up that push party. Anub'arak is seen. Alarak is not gonna be seen. Alright, so it's no bush party dive. 2-level difference. Team Sweden leading in that experience department, as we do have the Immortals coming in on defensive sides once again. Fallen Shamans for both will be started up, or at least available. It doesn't actually look like the left side has been started here. Howling Blast lands onto Anub'arak, but he's going to be fine to burrow charge out afterwards. Taunt onto Sonya. Immortals are spawning in 27 seconds. Sindragosa, which apparently doesn't disable these towers as well, but it does disable a gate. Hyperion from Raynor firing out. Can I check this quick enough? Does it actually... Yeah, it says stunned, and the cannon towers don't get stunned, but the gate gets stunned. Alrighty, Mortals, as I said, are going to be on the... no, I misspoke. Sorry, they're on the race potential sides. Not defensive, so opposite. And the race really good for Russia right now. Arthas is going to be going into top lane to try and clear things out. Fallen Shaman pushing up in bottom. If the Immortal is won by the members of Sweden, it will go to bottom lane. If it's won by the side of Russia, it'll head to bottom lane. So that's the current setup for both teams. But we have north-south positioning. Team Russia looking to step up into Skog a little bit. Varian charge. There's a taunt onto Anub'arak. Minus 40 healing. Lucio amping things up. And the Fallen Shaman left in top lane as Arthas wanted to join the allies. Sindragosa, 30-second cooldown still. speed barrier onto the Arthas. He's going to look to clear things out. And he does manage to do so easily and quickly. Lands the Howling Blast into a Death Coil onto Scope. Taunt from Varian onto Lucio, trying to avoid the Immortal Slam Stun. Cocoon onto... The Uther's already broken up. There's a Pulse Bomb onto Ubi, who's going to go ahead and summon Sindragosa in this engagement. Counter-Strike from Alarak was activated, so you heard that. And the Immortal, very healthy, going over to the side of Russia's. Varian gets the Divine Shield to allow him to back away. Alarak poking here and there. Nubarak and friends trying to chase in for this fight as they're about to roll into 20. And it is going to be Uther taken down. He has no redemption or anything, so this is unfortunate for the side of Team Russia. Hasty bargain for your Alarak level 20. You've got your Ignore Pain, Rewind to Nubarak. Get stuff for Tracer and your Mixin' Fire for the Lucio, which is going to be the High Five can now be cast on enemy heroes, dealing 351 damage and reducing all healing received by 50% for 3 seconds. Reduce the cost and cooldown of High Five by 30% overall. Well, an Immortal gets minute value in bottom lane. Keep Gate has been opened up, and that's about it. Woo! And keep in mind, chat, keep in mind, the team that wins this series, they still have to play another best of 5 coming up next. I would not be surprised if they asked for a 5-minute break between games. I'd be asking for one as well. Howling Blast checks the bush. It's okay, that'll give us time to like spam a bunch of ads and push them out, so we don't have to be so worried, because we are kind of toeing the line today when it comes to ad blockage, because we had the first best of 5 was just long map after long map after long map. It was a... Well, there was one map that was like 14 minutes 45, but the average in that series was 25 minutes plus. Oh, my pleasure, Deed. I'm happy to cast. As I said, I love this game. I love this job that I have, and I really, really hope that I make your Sundays good and I bring you guys great commentary and casting. I know we get off track here and there, but I'm a solo caster. I'm talking to chat. If I had a duo caster, I would just be focused on that. But you know what, chat? You are my co-caster, because Bandit's sleeping. 20's here on the left-hand side. Unyielding Defender for the Zarya. Absolute Zero for your Sindragosa. Rainer's going to go Sergeant Pepper. You've got your Glory of the Lions for the Varian. And Uther. Redemption, right? He's not going to go Bulwark of Light, is he? I'm staring at it, waiting to see. Alarak Sadism, by the way, if you're curious, let's get the breakdown on that really quickly. Let's see. Sadism from takedowns can be 6% more, and then the remainder is all from the Pure Malice level 13, which can be another 30%. So, what is it? Yeah, 36% can be picked up. Yeah, that math checks out, because I said 160 earlier. Immortals are here in the north-south positioning, both teams on the defensive posture. Particle grenades going into the bush to poke and get vision. Arthas on the right-hand side flank, by the way. He's gonna... I think he got scouted by Gia. Yeah, you see the danger pings. Okay, it's Bulwark of Light. You might be like, but Bahamut, that's pronounced Bulwark. Nope. It's Bulwark. I don't know why. You don't pronounce the A for some weird reason. English is a dumb language. 6 to 9 in kills, 20 up on both sides, at least for Talons. Scaling-wise, it's 21 to 20 with the advantage onto Sweden. Waves are pushing in with those catapults in bottom and top against the side of Russia. And if this Immortal is won by Sweden, it's going into bottom lane, I do believe. Well, the catapult's going to make that a little different. But either way, Sindragosa summon misses completely. That's a bit of a rough go. 100-second cooldown. Banner cleared out by Tracer immediately. Immortals on still very high HP, 41,000 and change to 40,000 and change. What's up, Frozen Italiano? Good to see you. Waiting, waiting. Sonya had another wave push up in bottom. She'll rejoin the allies. I think Raynor was poking on top lane, possibly. Some Beetles from a Nubrak are going to make their way into top, but they'll slowly die because Summonables now have a negative regen. Banner into the bush. Tracer scouted. Immediately breaks it. Telekinesis onto the Varian. Pulse Bomb does get some damage. There was some armor from Uther. Howling Blast lands onto your Alarak as a Nubrak goes to tap bush in mid area. And we're going to be... Oh, he might actually... No. I was wondering if he was going to go clear this out in top lane. There's a camp in bottom that is being dealt with by Raynor. While Raynor's showing, Tracer's like, cool, I'm going to go start racing. Alarak and a Nubrak are trying to slow down the enemy as well with some telekinesis and impales, but looks like we're going to get into the winner of the first half of this, and it's going to be pretty close, honestly.
Must find another way.
A 1,200 or so difference. Catapult in top lane is getting some damage onto the keep, but the incoming minion wave and Catapult will clear that out. Oh, wait, hold. Fight breaking out. A Nubrak burrows to the side. Bulwark of Light on the left as Sonya somehow just spins and lives. She's going to get a high five from Lucio. That's an Alarak getting a lightning surge onto Raynor, taking him down. Varian inside the cocoon. Sonya with Wrath Berserker still active, trying to whirlwind in to chase the enemies. Is there a spear to close the distance further? She's slowed, she's rooted, and that'll be Impaler Camp plus Catapults in bottom lane fixated onto the keep are going to be lowering that health. So this Immortal, which looks like it will be picked up by the side of Sweden 2, will be heading into top lane. Is this a push for GG? As we are 25 minutes in, this Immortal is a hefty boy. Valerian coming through top lane, 25 seconds on the Raynor death timer. And Sweden with their big bad Belith in the top lane. 2,300 damage in structures, 32,750 points of health, and a good chunk of shielding as well. Sonya's still pushing bottom, by the way. They might just try and end through bottom. I'd like to see them just push with the Immortal for safety.
The gates of heaven.
Good boy, Bandit. All right, 4 kill difference, 21 to 22, and let's see what this Immortal can do. As I said, it's 2,300 damage in structures. It is significant at this 25-minute mark. Immortal's about to lose shielding. It'll move into melee mode. Some globes to be gathered. Hyperion from Raynor to zone the enemies a little bit. Maybe get some damage off the Immortal and the Catapults incoming. There's going to be a Pulse Bomb hitting onto the Raynor. We have Zarya looking to back away. The Syndra Ghost with the Absolute Zero coming out. The Bulwark of Light. That's going to be a Tracer takedown. The Immortal's on the core, but the fight continues. Lucio falls. Raynor's picked off. The Immortal is not going to be able to end here, I do believe. Wait. Sonya's spinning. She needs to slam the core a couple times to... No, my God, are you serious right now? 33% remains on the core as Alarak backs up, but I don't think this is a loss. I think crossing the map, getting to the enemy keeps is still gonna be like a good 20 or so seconds, and then you still have to take them down, and you don't have a Syndra Gosa. Oh my God! 156 on the Alarak sadism, by the way. He is so close to max sadism, I do. Oh, wait, no. He's used Hasty Bargain. That's why. I was like, how is that? Wait, that math does not check out. Yeah. He's consumed 4% from Hasty Bargain right there. So he's maxed on takedowns, maxed on pure malice, and he's reduced his sadism by 4% from that Hasty Bargain level 20. All right, well. Camps are grabbed. Next Immortal phase in the north-south positioning. I gotta snooze some ads here so you guys don't get ads in the middle of this game because this is nearing 28 minutes plus. Howling Blast checks the bush. Particle grenades into the camp as well. Impalers from mid and bottom closing into the keeps through, forcing top and bottom. I think I said mid, sorry. Mid lane technically, there's mid gates. Sonya's showing in bottom lane, so this is gonna be a camp stolen away easily. That'll go into top lane in favor of Team Russia, who want to push it further with the Impaler camp they have and the Fallen Shaman onto this keep. With a couple autos onto Gia. Penetrating round going out. Syndragosa locking down the keep and getting the roots as well. Varian charging in, looking for the Lucio. And Lucio will be taken down. Hasty bargain from the Alarak activate. He's going to get the counter-strike as well, but no trigger. The keep is going to be taken down. Syndragosa, sorry, Bulwark of Light is going to expire. The Syndragosa value is going to expire as well. Obviously, the keep's dead. Is this Russia going for the throat? Are they going to go for victory? Or do they back off for Immortals? And it looks like the Immortal call is going to be the case. Lucio dead for 40 seconds still. My gosh, dudes. Sonya's showing by herself in bottom. That's a little risky. Are they going to be able to catch her? Varian stepping up in Tracer. Panda J taking a lot of damage against the speed barrier from the Zarya as Sonya continues to do bottom lane shenanigans. But this is Immortal first half easily over the side of Russia.
Enough! I seek better ground.
And the Immortals will go into north-south again. We do have your Bruiser camp on the left side to be started out here. That'll be grabbed for bottom lane. Sonya's working on the enemy Immortal. It's 11-11 at 30 minutes. 20, just about 24 to a little over 24. Oh my god, everybody. What a crazy game this has been. I just realized that I made the prediction that this series was going to be a 3-2 in favor of Sweden, and we're at map 5. I have only been wrong on one map for my prediction, and I'll show you guys after this game. As there's a little bit of a lull here. Posturing, positioning, resetting for mana bars. Howling Blast finds the Anubarak, throws back an Impale. Varian charging in, taunting onto Skog. Fallen Shaman arriving at the keep and bottom. There's going to be Expulsion Zone pushing Alarak inside. Varian trying to put the pressure onto him. We do have the Get Stuff pushing people around. Alarak has the silence. The Telekinesis Bulwark of Light is going to be activated. Alarak Counter-Strike into a few enemies. Panda J is so very low. Barrier is applied. Alarak Sadism reset back down to 90. As Ubi falls in the trade, there's going to be a very low Zarya as well. Panda J taken down by a Lucio. High five! And this Varian chased in by the enemies, but no, there's going to be a recall to go deal with the core from a Nubarak. The rest of the team is still, whoa, sorry about that, is still chasing on to this Varian. Lucio has the amplification, and I think they're just going to go straight into the core. Spear from Sonya onto Varian. Nah, Sonya's like, I want this. I want to go to the grand finals. And Sonya, she does have minus 40 armor, though. Keep that in mind. That's a little risky to deal with, and that's going to be Lucio amping things up. A Nubarak rotating in. That is going to be Varian taken down to take it all, and that's going to be Team Sweden with a map 5 victory. GG. Well played. And we are going to be seeing Sweden versus Sweden in the grand finals of the last chance qualifier. What an intense series. What an intense game. But guess what, everyone? We still have one more best of 5. You meant Raynor. Look, I just cast it for 32 minutes straight. I'm allowed to make a blunder on my pronunciations. Oh, Jesus, man. Oh, hello, streamer?